Site loaded up. I forgot to log into it. On this December 26th, we celebrate post-Christmas Day. Well, maybe we don't celebrate any holidays. I clicked on the website, there's nothing there. Post-Christmas Day. A day where we celebrate the day after Christmas. What do we do on post-Christmas Day? I don't know, I'm making this up as I go. We play with the gifts that we got yesterday. We enjoy more family time. We eat lots of leftovers. It's also Boxing Day in Canada, which is not a day to punch each other. It's a different type of Boxing Day. But it doesn't give us any information on Boxing Day either. It just has got a blank website that I'm looking at right now. We're already off to a stellar start here on the Joe Show on this Friday morning, 59 degrees, December the 26th. We start you off this morning, as we always do, playing the national anthem. It's brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network. And here it is.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Phone number to call in this morning is 859-238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. We've got the national anthem. Now let's get into birthdays. Those local people having birthdays on this Friday morning, December the 26th. 859-238-9447 is a Friday, which means we get Jumpin' Johnny singing happy birthdays for you. Here's Johnny. All right, birthdays today look like this. My father-in-law is having a birthday, 68 years old today, Kenzel Swihart. We also have Tyler Mattingly, Bailey Terry, Betty Jane Mitchell, and I guess today is a Friday. Keep on forgetting that. We do weekend birthdays, too. Tomorrow, Saturday, my brother Caleb Mathis, Anna Grace Belcher, Tina Morgan, Kyle Porter, Casey Ham, and on Sunday, Tracy Perkins, Robert Cramp, Edwin Hagens, Regina Scott, Georgetta Covey, Olivia Davidson, Katie McIntosh, Christy Drake, Wesley McDonald, Jasmine Nagel, all having birthdays. Wow, what a weekend. And that doesn't even count. I ran out of time to even talk there. The music was ending. The birthdays that Radio Rick sent me. Chris Darlin, Jennifer Friedman Stevens, Natalie Cusick, Carl Malakote, I think is how you say that last name, and Gary Irvin all having birthdays on Sunday as well. Sunday, a wild day, December 28th for birthdays. I'm not sure I remember a day that we've ever had with that many birthdays on the same day. December the 28th. 859-238-WHIR. Let's add more. You got more December the 28th birthdays. Let's put them on here. Savannah Robinson having a birthday today as well. She's 27 years old today. Another birthday to add to the list. They are flying in all over the place with birthdays and anniversaries. And I want to give Savannah Robinson a birthday shout-out today as well. It's a Friday morning. It is not your typical Friday morning show. At least I don't think it's going to be. I don't know if Dusty's coming in or not. Dusty was in Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe he'll come in today. I got no idea. First guest scheduled to be on here this morning at 7:20 with Danville girls basketball coach Haley Hellier. But it is the day after Christmas. So if we don't get in touch with Coach Hellier, then I get it. I understand. Day after Christmas, still trying to get out of that holiday groove a little bit. Scheduled to be on. There's no County Agents Corner at 7:40. Again, we'll see if Dusty comes in this morning at 8:10. Danville Christian Academy, more than likely not going to be on at 9:10. And then 9:35, it is a McClure and Bailey Friday. I believe Brian Bailey is coming in this morning. So it may be a lot of us just hanging out, chit-chatting, and talking. 859-238-WHIR at HTRJoe on Twitter or X if you want to get in touch with me that way. We're going to rock and roll for this Friday morning together here on this post-Christmas day. Again, December the 26th. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. In terms of my Christmases, this one may have been one of the best ever. I felt like the kids really enjoyed it. Rebecca's parents came in early yesterday morning, so we got to hang out with them, went to my mom's house. She cooked a feast last night, played some Christmas games, won some Christmas prizes, opened some more gifts, just had fun. It was a fun day yesterday. I hope your Christmas was as fun as mine was, because I had a blast. Wish it could be Christmas every day, but alas, if it was, I would be so broke. I would be so broke if Christmas was every day. Still got some time to listen to Christmas music, though. Still the holiday season. 6:22 in the morning is the time. Santa Claus has already came. He did his thing. Let's get sports on here now on the Joe Show. 3 NFL games last night. It was a busy night and day for the National Football League. We'll talk about it coming up.
Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
3 Christmas Day NFL games, and an Oakland A's player inks a big-time deal. Those are the headlines in this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Friday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where modern NFL teams almost never win the way the Minnesota Vikings did yesterday. The Vikings became the 3rd team in the past 40 years to finish with fewer than 10 net passing yards in a win, riding a stellar performance from their defense and place kicker Will Reichard in a 23-10 win over the Lions, with rookie quarterback Max Brosmer making his 2nd career start and 3 starting offensive linemen sidelined by injury. The Vikings managed just 3 net passing yards. Their total stood at -7 net passing yards until Brosmer and wide receiver Justin Jefferson connected for 10 yards in the Vikings' final throw of the night. The only other team that have won games with fewer than 10 net passing yards over the past 40 years, the 1987 St. Louis Cardinals and the 2006 Houston Texans. It's even rarer for a team to win by a double-digit margin. You have to go back even further to find that. 1974, the loss for the Lions eliminates them from playoff contention. In the early Christmas afternoon game, the Dallas Cowboys had every excuse for starting the game with a thud. Instead, they roared out in front and made the most of a road trip on Christmas Day. Dak Prescott threw for 307 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys took control at the outset against Washington by reaching the end zone in each of the first 3 possessions for a 30-23 win yesterday over Washington. Both teams were previously already eliminated from the playoffs, which severely lessened the significance of this matchup between longtime NFC East rivals. But you couldn't tell that from the Cowboys' perspective, who raced to a 21-3 lead. The Commanders did cut the gap to a touchdown on 3 different occasions, but they couldn't complete the comeback and absorb their 10th loss in the last 11 games. And in the nightcap last night, Broncos coach Sean Payton sent his offense back onto the field on 4th down last night. The ball inside the Chiefs' 10-yard line and less than 2 minutes left on the clock, and no intention of ever snapping it. Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones didn't know that, and when he jumped and the offsides penalty gave Denver a fresh set of downs, Bo Nix needed a mere 3 more plays to hit R.J. Harvey with the go-ahead touchdown pass and a 2013 win last night. One secured when the Broncos made one last stop in their closing seconds at their end of the field. field. Now the Broncos are one step closer to locking up the AFC West, which they can do while at home if Houston beats the Chargers on Saturday. They'll also have a chance to still land the number 1 seed in first-round playoff bye. And in Major League Baseball, it's a holly jolly Christmas for Oakland A's fans. According to multiple reports, the notoriously stingy team has given left-handed slugger Tyler Soderstrom, who's 24, a 7-year extension worth $86 million. It's the largest contract by total value in team history. It breaks the previous mark of $67 million the A's gave to pitcher Luis Severino a year ago. Soderstrom was a key cog in the A's offense that finished the 2025 season above league average in runs, home runs, batting average, OPS, and total bases. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
The Bread of Life Cafe in Casey County, Highway 127, proudly serves several all-you-can-eat buffets. Start out with the lunch buffet, $13.99. Thursday, after 4, seniors 55 and older can experience the buffet for $9.99. Friday after 4, swimming for the seafood buffet, $19.99. Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30, $10.99. And Saturday after 4, make your way to the evening buffet for $14.99. Feed your tummy and your soul with a visit to the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday night, Friday and Saturday till 9.
Bad decisions limit future options. Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
This is Jessica Spurlin of Preston Pruitt Spurlin Funeral Home in Danville. Our family and staff would like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We want to thank you for allowing us to serve you in your time of need. Our goal is to always provide the utmost compassion, dignity, and service that each family deserves.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online stores at hometownlive.net. What do we got on this Christmas, post-Christmas Day Friday? I've been saying like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day so much now, I got to kind of get out of the routine of saying that. Today, you get cloudy skies, 66 a high, 52 the low. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 64. Check out Sunday, mostly cloudy, 72 is the high on Sunday. Monday, you get a cold front moves in, 40 is the high. Tuesday, 32 is the high. So we get a brief kind of burst of late spring weather, and we'll get back into the winter feel early next week. Right now, 6:27. It's 59 degrees on Friday, the 26th day of the month of December. I'm so happy you've joined us this morning. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in this morning. That's 238-WHIR. Let's take a look at celebrity birthdays. If we have them on here, this website sometimes it wants to be like, hey, I'm not giving you what I'm supposed to be giving you because it's the holidays and the website's taking a break too. Let's see, today's December the 26th, right? Let's get down to December 26th. Here we go. Jared Leto is going to be 54 today. He's an actor. Dallas Buyers Club and 30 Seconds to Mars having a birthday today. Phil Spector would have been 86 years old today, the producer of what was called the Wall of Sound. Phil Spector, born in this state, 1939. Daughtry, 46 years old today. I figured he was older than that. Chris Daughtry from American Idol, also again, a solo artist known as Daughtry. And other notable figures today, John Walsh is 80. He is America's Most Wanted host, the guy who hosts that show. John Walsh, 80 years old today. And Steve Allen would have been 104 years old today, a comedian and the guy who created The Tonight Show. Steve Allen, born on this date 104 years ago. Celebrity birthdays on this Friday, the 26th day of the month of December. Folks, there you go.
On this day in country music.
All right then, Mr. Voice. It was on this day country music history in the year 1968. Glenn Campbell went number 1 on the U.S. country chart with this song called Wichita Lineman. It was on this day country music history in the year 1982. Roger Bowling was born, Nashville-based songwriter. I'm sorry, not born. He died on this date, 1982. His best-known songs, some Kenny Rogers hits like Lucille and Coward of the County. And it was on this date, country music history in the year 2000. Tim McGraw went number 1 on the country charts with his song, My Next 30 Years. And that's what's gone on this date, December 26th in country music history. We don't have a lot of time. We're already 30 seconds away from bottom hour news.
I think I'll take a moment.
Here's a little Tim McGraw.
Celebrate my age.
My Next 30 Years.
Ending of an era and the turning of a page.
Went number 1 on this date 25 years ago in 2000. And that's what's gone on this day, December 26th in country music history. It's 6:30 in the morning. K&N News coming your way now.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
One of the 7 Farmers Tobacco warehouse suspects has been sentenced. Lee Mowen has the story.
It's 52 months in prison for a Barron County farmer convicted of insurance fraud. Larry Walden was sentenced Friday for his role in the scheme tied into the Farmers Tobacco Warehouse in Danville. From 2014 until 2023, Walden manipulated the crop insurance program, reporting fake losses on burley tobacco that he actually sold. Walden also fabricated financial records, checks, and purchase receipts to meet production requirements. He's one of 7 arrested in this fraudulent scheme. Walden is also ordered to pay back the amount he scammed, nearly $10 million. I'm Lee Mowen.
The death toll from the crash of UPS 2976 has risen again. Travis Laird has the story.
Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg says another person has died from injuries sustained in November's UPS plane crash at Muhammad Ali International Airport. The mayor confirmed Elaine Rodriguez Colina passed away early on Christmas morning. Grade A Recycling confirmed Colina was an employee, making him the 4th worker from that company killed in the crash. Officials say his death brings the total number of fatalities from UPS Flight 2976 to 15. I'm Travis Laird.
No charges are coming for the man accused of shooting 2 students at Kentucky State University earlier this month. A Franklin County grand jury declined an indictment this week for Jacob Bard. An attorney representing Bard claims he has video showing that Bard was protecting his family as a group of 20 to 30 people gathered at a KSU dorm building, some of whom were attacking his son. Commonwealth's attorney Larry Cleveland says the incident is still under investigation and charges could be filed against some of those individuals involved. A 19-year-old KSU student was killed on the December 9th incident, and another student was seriously hurt. I'm John Shannon.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Serving Boyle County seniors, a gathering place.
Our Adult Day Healthcare Services provide independence through assistance for adults with special needs ages 21 and over. Our participants enjoy games, reality orientation, cognitive and physical activities, exercise, music and craft programs, while offering families freedom and peace of mind knowing their loved ones are cared for in a safe, supportive environment. Visit thegatheringplace.org, follow on Facebook and Instagram for more info.
This holiday season, Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg wishes you adventure and unbeatable rides. Discover year-end savings on CF Moto, new and used deals that let you ride without compromise. Whether you crave the open road or rugged trails, the perfect power sport vehicle is waiting for you. Celebrate the season with a new reason to get outdoors. Gear up for excitement because the best holiday memories start with Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg. Check out the holiday savings at bluegrasspowersportsky.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
A traffic stop resulted in a drug bust. It happened on Sunday, where Boyle County deputies conducted a traffic stop in Perryville after they saw a vehicle being driven recklessly. During the course of the investigation, K-9 Bruno was deployed and alerted deputies to the presence of narcotics in that vehicle. The investigation showed around 2 1/4 ounces of suspected methamphetamine that led to the arrest of Willisburg native Christopher Clark, who was arrested and lodged in the Boyle County Jail. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife's Christmas for the Fishes program begins today. The Christmas tree recycling program allows people to recycle their live Christmas trees. Those trees are then put back into Kentucky's lakes and streams, which allow cover for fish. There are 37 drop-off locations in the state, the closest to us being the Garrett County Conservation Office. They'll be accepting tree donations through January 16th.
Two men in Washington County have been arrested after a woman died from a suspected drug overdose. It happened on Sunday when a man from a home on Pleasant Grove Loop called 911 and told them a woman had overdosed. Deputies responded and found that woman who had died. Investigators found paraphernalia and evidence consistent with drug use and suspected heroin as well. Alex Hamilton and Charles Drury were arrested in connection to that and were charged with possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. They were lodged in the Marion County Jail. A federal judge has ruled in favor of Kentucky and 19 other states, demanding that federal funding for housing support be restored through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. In November, Kentucky joined a lawsuit that focused on proposed changes to the Continuum of Care program. That's a federal program that directs funding to keep families with children, seniors, veterans, and disabled persons housed. The changes would have put a 30% cap on funding that states can receive, and Kentucky was at risk of losing 70% of the more than $15 million that had already been approved. That funding will now be returned to those states. Flu season is underway, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting a nearly 15% increase in flu A cases in the last 2 weeks alone. Experts at the University of Kentucky say that the peak season is still yet to arrive. UK infectious disease expert Dr. Nicholas Van Sickles says the best way to fight it is to wash hands, sanitize before cooking, and take at-home tests, as well as increase airflows during holiday meals and get-togethers. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loan subject to credit approval.
This is Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. I hope you and your family enjoy the special gifts of the season, the gifts of love, the gift of peace, and the gift of happiness, and that this Christmas will be your best Christmas ever. Merry Christmas from myself, Judge Executive Trilly Bottom, and my staff at the Boyle County Courthouse.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. 50-50 chance of rain showers going on here today. Cloudy, high of 66, a low tonight of 52. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 64 is the high, 57 is the low. And on Sunday, mostly cloudy, 72 degrees is your high. It's 6:37 in the morning. It's 59 degrees on this Friday, the 26th day of December. Larry Vought's got Vought's Views for you today. What's up with you, Larry?
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air, featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Last year, one teammate described Preslyn Brosey as a showstopper when she performed for the Kentucky gymnastics team. Of course, that didn't surprise me because I'd gone to a preseason karaoke fundraiser for the gymnastics team, and Brosey was the star of the show with her vibrant personality. It also didn't surprise me late last season when she scored a perfect 10 on floor exercise that had UK fans at Memorial Coliseum and her teammates absolutely going crazy. Brosey was an All-American last season who competed in the national championships. She hopes to do both again and improve her finish at the national beat. However, she also has a future dream that will require all of her show-stopping personality and stage presence because her dream is to be an actress. She's minoring in theater at Kentucky, and it's no surprise that she loves her acting classes and would like to think when she finishes college that she can immediately get into acting.
Vought's Views will return in a moment.
Hey Kentucky, this is Commissioner of Agriculture Jonathan Schell. Let's give a big shout out to our hard-working farmers. It's a busy time, and our roads are bustling with heavy farm machinery. Remember, patience is key. Take it slow, keep a safe distance, and ensure everyone gets home safely. And when you see a farmer, go ahead and give them a wave. Just make sure to use all your fingers. Let's work together for a safer Kentucky. Visit kyagr.com.
Brought to you by the Kentucky Department of Agriculture.
Kentucky junior Kreslin Brozick was homeschooled until 7th grade, and then the school she attended did not have theater classes. She had never done any acting, but when she saw UK offered acting classes, she signed up, and that confirmed to her that acting was going to be in her future. She knows performing corresponds to acting, and if my hunch is right, she's going to give a lot of very good performances this year for the Kentucky gymnastics team.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
There you go. Larry Vaught, Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. 6:39 in the morning. Look, we have made it through Christmas. Now we look next holiday up next Thursday. It's New Year's Day. Next Thursday, January the 1st.
Starting the new year with a big project? Hardware Supply House has everything you need, plus first-class help to load those heavy items onto your car.
Okay, secure the iron safe next to the steel piping by the concrete slabs on top of the new water heater and the marble countertop. Got it!
Thanks, guys.
Of course, when you actually get the stuff home, you have to unload it all. After all, it's your home project, right?
Let's see, I'll start by unloading this.
Which is why we stress safety on the job. At home, you're on your own. Hardware Supply House, the highest quality for the lowest IQ.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in this morning's World of Good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go to the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer coming here for you. A little good news action. Story number one in our good news segment coming from Georgia. It's in the Atlanta area where Spirit and Truth Church there recently eliminated $1.5 million in medical debt for more than 1,100 individuals and families across metro Atlanta as a part of a Christmas relief initiative. Residents in Cobb, DeKalb, Fulton, and Henry counties saw their outstanding medical balances tied to illness and injury paid off to zero. Church leaders say the initiative is designed to address the financial strain medical debt places on working families, seniors, and communities facing economic inequities. The church plans to continue similar debt relief and community support efforts in the coming year. Story number two coming from North Carolina, where ahead of the holidays, retired Army First Sergeant John Mike Fairfax received a fully renovated mortgage-free home in North Carolina thanks to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Fairfax lost a leg and was injured when a roadside bomb struck his patrol during a deployment overseas. His new home has been updated with accessibility features like wider spaces, automatic doors, and a lift connecting the garage to the main floor. And Tunnel to Towers also fully paid off his mortgage. Fairfax says the support will help him focus on his next chapter as he finishes his master's degree and prepares for a career in ministry without the burden of housing costs. And story number three coming from Atlanta again. Two stories from the Atlanta area, where the Midtown Atlanta restaurant called Crescent City Kitchen has adopted nearly 100 children and their families for a holiday gift giveaway after many were affected by the loss of food assistance during the government shutdown. The restaurant recently hosted a Santa's Workshop event where families received toys, bikes, electronics, and other gifts selected to encourage learning and outdoor activity. Crescent City Kitchen has been running similar community support efforts for several years with a focus on helping families facing financial hardship. The good news: an Atlanta restaurant adopts nearly 100 children for a holiday gift giveaway. A disabled North Carolina veteran gifted a custom home renovation and mortgage paid off for him. And a Georgia church pays off $1.5 million in medical debt for local families. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Silliness at Sunrise is coming up next right here in the Joe Show.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy. Delicious flavors of family tradition. Old-fashioned candy since 61. Light, rich, creamy, made by hand. A southern treat, a Kentucky brand. Mom Blakeman's Candy.com. So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's Candy.
And here's Clark with the weather. How's it looking for our weekend boaters out there, Clark?
Well, Stacy, we can expect periods of heavy rain across the viewing area. That means all the trash, lawn chemicals, and other hazardous waste on the ground will go down the storm drains and into our rivers, lakes, and streams.
Gross.
Gross is right, Stacy. Now here's Dave with sports.
Do your part to keep our new Kentucky home clean. Make sure only stormwater goes down storm drains. Brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
I turn right, off the track, off the third turn, and as I do, the headlights on my pace car pick up tombstones.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
This is the kind of racing you can feel in your chest. Every lap, all on the line. This is Echo Park Speedway, the hottest track in NASCAR. 3 days of tailgates, camping, and full throttle fun. But Sunday is chaos, speed, and glory. This February 22nd, the Auto Trader 400 takes over Atlanta. Get tickets at EchoParkSpeedway.com.
In the final countdown, I've got only 5 shows left. And one of the most interesting people I met when I began my career at MRN back in the 80s was the late Bob Latford. He was the ultimate NASCAR historian and back in the day was also a pace car driver with quite a cryptic tale to tell.
This was found in New York, which is a little half-mile track alongside the Erie Canal. And early in the race, J.T. Putney just stacked the entire field up. I'm in a pace car. Cars are wedged all the way from the inside guardrail to the outer edge of the track. I get down there, the few cars that had made it through are behind me. I turn right, off the track, off the third turn, and as I do, the headlights on my pace car pick up tombstones. There's a cemetery right there. There's no way of getting around it. I'm already right in the middle of it. All I can do is thread my way through the grave markers. The race cars have no headlights. All they can do is follow my taillights going through. And we had to do that for 2 laps. Once we got out of the cemetery, then we come back up in the 4th turn. After 2 laps, they had cleared a path big enough to get through. But that was a tiptoeing through the tombstones on a Thursday night in Fonda, New York, is one of the things that will really stand out. Because David Pearson won the race, and he says, good thing you had taillights, because that's the only thing I could see going out there in that dark cemetery.
We work hard to keep our cars looking great on the outside, but engine components need our attention too. That's where you can trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant to disperse carbon buildup in your engine and fuel system. By soaking into the metal of your engine, Z-Max Micro Lubricant improves performance, extends engine life, and reduces emissions. Find out more at zmax.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Here's another story to tell you just how far NASCAR has come. One night, Richard Petty was racing on a Florida bull ring with no wall, and he wound up flying off the track.
And it landed out in the water up to about the bottom of the door. And so I unbuckled and looked around. And all we could see was lights, but you looked back up the bank. Kept hearing splash, splash. I really didn't think that much about it. And so the wrecker come. So I'm going to throw you the chain and you hook to the top of the rope. I'm going to pull it out. I said, no, come on down here and hook up. He said, I ain't coming down there. So them's alligators out in there. So,
PRN's Garage Pass. Not narrow-minded, garrow-minded.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This is Mike Paris at Encompass Financial Advisor, sending you best wishes for a holiday season filled with happiness, and the hope and peace of this season will be with you always. This is Mike Paris at Encompass Financial Advisors.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Rayleigh Joe brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Cloudy skies, a high of 66. Mostly cloudy tonight, low of 52. Get a chance of rain showers hanging out with us today. Same thing tomorrow, though it's really just mostly cloudy. A high tomorrow, 64. Sunday, mostly cloudy, 72. Just crazy temperatures. And then cold front moves in Sunday night, getting back down into the normal feel. Right now it's 6:50 in the morning, 59 degrees. Friday, the 26th day of the month of December. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. That's 238-9447. And we'd love to have you on the show. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on the Joe Show every single morning. We call this the Dad Joke of the Day. Here it is.
Dad Joke of the Day.
Yeah, the Dad Joke of the Day. What's the difference between a reindeer and a knight in shining armor? What's the difference between a reindeer and a medieval knight in shining armor? Well, one is slaying a dragon, and the other is dragging a sleigh. The Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show. WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. All right, you deserve to be loved and then thoroughly ruined. It's actually, this is a line from an app, Quinn, Quinn, and approach it carefully because it could have some adult content, they tell me. Quinn, the app, and the way they describe Quinn, this is it, made by women for the world. It was designed to help listeners like you, I guess, be a main character in their fantasy with stories putting female pleasure at the forefront. And it's recruiting Hollywood stars now. Quinn. We have a description of it at Rick.com. For romance content, which is getting a lot of requests these days, they're now getting Hollywood stars in there, and it is, well, let me just give you a quoted line here. This is in Quinn. I wanted her to strip me. Can you? I can't say it. Make sure you understand this is what's going on in this wild world on the planet of the apps. Quinn, just thought you'd like to know. Approach carefully. It's Rick D's. The planet of the apps.
There you go, Rick D's Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show at this time. Leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight. Johnny W. in the spotlight this morning. Johnny W. talking about how we are conflicted as a people about working out and food and how to look good and exercise and all of that being tied together. He says we're conflicted about that. Johnny W. Country Comic Spotlight, here he is.
We love cute things too much. We're just obsessed with beauty in this country, you know. Well, I joined the gym, and it wasn't even to, like, get healthy. It was to look good. I want to look good for my wife, you know. And I think that's a mistake, man. Nobody's cool. Nobody cares. We joined a gym. There's guys in there that look like they're my age. I just turned 40, you know. There's a guy in there. I was like, this guy looks like I would look, you know, if I cared. And he had the cool shaved head. I guess he was going bald, then he just shaved his head. You need to know what kind of head you have if you're going to try that move, gentlemen. Let me just say that. You need to know what kind of craters you're working with. But he was so ripped, and I was feeling bad about myself until he turned around. When he had fat rolls on the back of his neck, I got to tell you, I rejoiced inside because the way I see it, I may never have a six-pack up here, but at least I ain't got a pack of hot dogs in the back. That is just... It's just how I feel. I don't know. But we're weird about food, and I'll true it to you. The cute thing, it goes too far, because we went on a mission trip to Southeast Asia with my church, and they eat dogs and cats there, you know. Right, and the whole team's like, what are they doing? No, because those are our pets. We don't fry up cute stuff here. We got rules. It's got to be a little funny looking. That's the rule. And the funnier looking an animal is, the more cruel we will be, not even think about it, you know? We get to a restaurant, we're like, what is that, a lobster? Looks like a bug. Boil him alive! Boil him! I used to eat lobster all the time. I can't do it anymore. A buddy of mine made lobster for me at his house. You guys ever had that happen? He's like 5 feet from me in the kitchen. So I hear the sound of the lobster going down into the pot. This whistling, screaming sound comes out. I was like, I'm out of here. I can't do it. He comes out all defensive. Johnny, settle down. First of all, that's not a scream, okay? That's just a physiological reaction. That's air escaping. Air is escaping. I said, that's what a scream is.
Johnny W. in the Country Comic Spotlight, Rick Dees, in this morning's Planet of the Apps Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show at this time, 6:55 in the morning. Step aside, come back, finish up the 6 o'clock in the morning hour.
So you better watch out.
Here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus came to town. Santa Claus did the thing. Santa Claus got it done. Kick the feet up, Santa. You deserve a break. 6:55, and we're back after this. Back in 90 seconds.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday, from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Looking to elevate your home without the luxury price tag? At Lux 218 Kitchen, Bath, and Lighting in Danville, they make your dream space a reality. Discover premium kitchen cabinets, stunning freestanding tubs, designer lighting, vanities, faucets, flooring, all the luxury brands you love at unbeatable prices. Whether you're renovating, building, or just refreshing a room, luxury now lives here. Visit Lux 218 today and let's design your dream together. Located 1227 Lebanon Road, Danville. Like them on Facebook.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
So you want to be a recycling hero in Danville with curbside pickup or impress the fine folks at Boyle County Recycling Center? Pay attention, because it's a little more than just breathing air and tossing your stuff in the bin. Only plastics marked with numbers 1 and 2 make the cut. Got it? Great. And don't just toss in goo-covered spaghetti jars or soda cans. Rinse those bad boys. Gotta be squeaky clean, shiny happy, bone dry. Bonus tip, this also applies to your metal cans, whether they're steel, tin, or aluminum. Seriously, don't mix in that oil-stained tin foil hat. Got a hoarding problem with cardboard, catalogs, and magazines that rival a library? Set them free to reincarnate. Cereal boxes, office paper, they're all up for this new spiritual paper journey. And listen up, confetti enthusiasts, bag that shredded paper. Sorry, folks. Glass is not welcome to the recyclables party, but hey, give yourself a high five for recycling right.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Jingle around the clock, mix and mingle and a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell.
That's the Jingle Bell Rock. We played a little Christmas bingo yesterday. Just like a little Christmas game. Had some, well, it's hard to call some of them prizes. But if you won bingo, you'd reach into a bag and you'd pull out a prize. And I won. I'm not kidding. I won every single game. It even got to the point, so I won the first 2 games, and then people were like, hey, wait a minute. Joe's got some sort of special bingo board. So I'm like, all right, I'll switch. I don't care. I'll switch. So I switched with Rebecca. And because I won the first 2 games, they're like, all right, Joe, you pick the next way we play. So we're like, all right, let's make a cross. Since it's Christmas bingo, you got to have a line down in the middle and a line across in the middle. And then I won that one, too, with a different bingo board. Now, I tied with Rebecca and Rebecca's dad during that game, but either way, I still won, so I got to draw a prize out of the bag. So that was a lot of fun. Christmas bingo. I told the lady who was kind of leading the games, a family friend with us, her name is Trina. I said, Trina, make sure you bring that back next year when we play, because I want to make sure that I win again. This may be the only good prize I get all year long comes from Christmas bingo. I was rolling. I was killing it. Jack couldn't handle it. He kept on losing. Dad kept on winning. I said, buddy, I'm just good at bingo. I'm just skilled at bingo. That's all it takes, a little skill.
This is
7 o'clock in the morning. Top Hour News is now.
And now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump says the U.S. has launched attacks on alleged ISIS targets in Nigeria. More from Mark Mayfield.
In a Truth Social post, Trump said the strikes targeted terrorists who were involved in the killing of Christians. The president went on saying there would be many more dead terrorists if the killing of Christians continues. In a post on X, U.S. Africa Command said it conducted a strike that killed multiple terrorists at the request of Nigerian officials.
The National Weather Service is calling for another round of wet weather to push into parts of Southern California today. In California, Dana Griffin.
After life-saving rescues as a deadly storm battered the West Coast, there's still a threat of mudslides and more flash flooding. The area hardest hit, this mountain community in Wrightwood. Dina Talling is stuck there without power. How has this impacted your Christmas?
Oh, gosh. So I just became a grandmother for the first time 3.5 weeks ago. Yeah, and I'm stuck up here.
Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency in several counties, including Los Angeles. A 15th person has died from injuries suffered in a fiery UPS plane crash last month near Muhammad Ali International Airport. Louisville, Kentucky Mayor Craig Greenberg says the latest victim passed away from his injuries early Christmas morning. There's new evidence that developing Alzheimer's disease doesn't have to be a one-way decline. More from Tammy Trujillo.
Scientists at University Hospital's Cleveland Medical Center say they've been able to reverse Alzheimer's in mice and restore memory. They found that severe drops in the brain's energy supply drives this most common form of dementia, but that restoring balance can reverse the damage. Even in advanced cases, treatment in mouse models was able to repair the damage, restore cognitive function, and normalize biomarkers.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-340-5510. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So, John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-340-5510. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-340-5510.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all...
As we close out 2025, a look back at the biggest stories of this year. Here's Jack Crumley.
2025 started with a New Orleans truck attack that killed 14 on New Year's Day and delayed the Sugar Bowl. A big snow in much of the U.S. and the Southern California wildfires.
Tell all the engines coming down here they're bailing out because it's going to be crossing the road pretty quickly here.
President Trump was sworn into office.
January 6th,
These are the hostages. Full pardon.
Bringing Doge, tariffs, and a major immigration crackdown, along with an executive order to revoke birthright citizenship that will be decided by the Supreme Court next year. Global conflicts between Russia, Ukraine.
You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
And Israel, Gaza. Pope Francis died on Easter, leading to the first American, Pope Leo XIV. The Eagles denied the Chiefs a Super Bowl three-peat. The Thunder beat the Pacers for the NBA title. And
here at 11, the Dodgers turn the double play.
The Dodgers won a dramatic World Series Game 7 against the Blue Jays. Honora won the Oscar for Best Picture.
They not like us.
Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us was Record of the Year, and Beyonce won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter.
Today is National Thank You Note Day, something fewer and fewer Americans send. More from Bree Tennis.
Today is the day to express gratitude for gifts. The Emily Post Institute says a handwritten note is the best way to do this. But in our digital world, an email note of thanks is becoming less taboo. Boomers and Gen X are the most likely to send a note of thanks, paper or digital. Gen Z, the least likely. Hallmark says sales of thank you notes are down, but 80% of us expect one after giving a gift. So get to it.
You want to spread your fire across the world. You need me.
James Cameron's latest Avatar sequel is dominating the Christmas box office and leaving other films far behind. Avatar Fire and Ash pulled in more than $10 million on Christmas Eve alone. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Well, good morning to you. It's Friday. It is the 26th day of the month of December. I'm so happy you've joined us on this post-Christmas morning, maybe waking up. The holiday hustle and bustle and rush is over. You can take a deep breath, relax, brewing a cup of coffee. Maybe the kids are still in bed and just able to sit down and relax. And that's always a great time in the morning, sitting down, relaxing when it's quiet. Got the radio on. We're glad that we've joined you on this Friday morning. Forecast is coming your way. News coming up here as well, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford. I'm proud to announce Ford's end-of-the-year sales event where you pay zero money down, 0% interest, and zero payments for 90 days on almost all new Fords in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. Lease payments starting at $399 a month with zero money down. Come see us at 225 South Danville Bypass, Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. A traffic stop resulted in a drug bust. It happened on Sunday, where Boyle County deputies conducted a traffic stop in Perryville after they saw a vehicle being driven recklessly. During the course of the investigation, K-9 Bruno was deployed and alerted deputies to the presence of narcotics in that vehicle. The investigation showed around 2¼ ounces of suspected methamphetamine that led to the arrest of Willisburg native Christopher Clark, who was arrested and lodged in the Boyle County Jail. The Connecticut Department of Fish and Wildlife's Christmas for the Fishes program begins today. The Christmas Tree Recycling Program allows people to recycle their live Christmas trees. Those trees are then put back into Kentucky's lakes and streams, which allow cover for fish. There are 37 drop-off locations in the state, the closest to us being the Garrett County Conservation Office. They'll be accepting tree donations through January 16th. Two men in Washington County have been arrested after a woman died from a suspected drug overdose. It happened on Sunday when a man from a home on Pleasant Grove Loop called 911 and told them a woman had overdosed. Deputies responded and found that woman who had died. Investigators found paraphernalia and evidence consistent with drug use and suspected heroin as well. Alex Hamilton and Charles Drury were arrested in connection to that and were charged with possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. They were lodged in the Marion County Jail. A federal judge has ruled in favor of Kentucky and 19 other states, demanding that federal funding for housing support be restored through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. In November, Kentucky joined a lawsuit that focused on proposed changes to the Continuum of Care program. That's a federal program that directs funding to keep families with children, seniors, veterans, and disabled persons housed. The changes would have put a 30% cap on funding that states can receive, and Kentucky was at risk of losing 70% of the more than $15 million that had already been approved. That funding will now be returned to those states. Flu season is underway, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting a nearly 15% increase in flu A cases in the last 2 weeks alone. Experts at the University of Kentucky say that the peak season is still yet to arrive. UK infectious disease expert Dr. Nicholas Van Sickles says the best way to fight it is to wash hands, sanitize before cooking, and take at-home tests, as well as increase airflows during holiday meals and get-togethers. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Some love him and some hate him, but everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
Hey folks, Willie Baker here, Baker Auctions Real Estate, and boy do we have an end-of-year lineup of auctions coming at you. The Eugene and Roberta Herrigan Estate, the 6 acres of commercial property out on US 68 West, where the tractor dealership was at. Do you have an estate to settle or equipment to sell? If so, give us a call at 855-858-SOLD. Find these auctions and more at bidbaker.com. And don't forget, get more for your acre. Call Willie Baker. Call us at 855-858-7653.
Water and electricity, two things that make our lives easier and better. But as valuable as each one is, together they can be deadly. Water is a conductor of electricity, and if you're standing in water or wet while using an electrical appliance, you could be shocked or electrocuted. Keep all electrical appliances away from water and make sure your hands are dry when using appliances. For more information, contact your electric cooperative.
And that's Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
Little Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Our new owners and operators offering all types of quality signs. You can get them at affordable prices, many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them, 859-238-7391. Cloudy skies on this Friday. 65 is the high. Low tonight, 52. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and 64. On our Saturday, Sunday, mostly cloudy, 72. On Monday, partly sunny and 40. It was interesting walking out the front door this morning, going to my car to get in the car and drive to work. And it's right now 60 degrees, like right on the nose. If you want to get real specific, it's 59.9, but 60 degrees. Right now, I'm walking out the front door, and it feels like a spring morning, and I hear birds chirping. And like I've got the window in studio open right now, and because it's damp and kind of wet, I can smell outside. It smells like baseball season. Does that make sense? It just smells like a spring day. You wouldn't think that the way today felt and the way that the birds were chirping and the way that I got the window open, that it's the day after Christmas. And again, we get to 72 degrees as the high on Sunday. Just remarkable temperatures. 2-3 days after Christmas. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. That's 238-9447. Hey, if you're hungry, remember this weekend is the weekend Pizza Hut is doing their nationwide Party Supreme deal. So yesterday, Rebecca was like, hey, Joe, tomorrow, so that's today because she said this yesterday, tomorrow, my friend is coming over. We're doing our Friendsmas, our Christmas with friends. Okay, sounds good to me. I'll be here. Let me know. She's like, should we order pizza? I don't know, Rebecca. Whatever you think is the best. We can order a pizza if you want. Maybe we ought to now. Here's the Party Supreme deal. This is how this works. You score a large pizza when you buy one from today through Sunday. It's a buy one, get one offer. It's unlocked with the code SUPREME, and it's timed to the Christmas Day release of Marty Supreme. That is the movie starring Timothée Chalamet about a competitive ping pong prodigy. It looks like an interesting movie about a ping pong player. The promo is a part of the brand's recent streak of pop culture-driven bargains, following meme-inspired discounts and ultra-cheap pizza specials. So, again, opening weekend for Marty Supreme, this movie about this ping pong player, is this weekend. You can get a buy one, get one pizza beginning today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Promo code SUPREME when you order that online. It does not have to be a Supreme pizza, as far as I know. It's just because it's Marty Supreme. They're doing this with Pizza Hut. A Party Supreme deal. Party Supreme instead of Marty Supreme. 859-238-WHIR. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Some people might say there's no such thing as a bad gift. Let me ask you this. Did you get a bad gift this year? But maybe it wasn't bad, but it was a cheap, regifted gift. A new poll asked people to describe the worst kinds of gifts to receive. What's the worst gifts that you can receive? Here's the top 5. This is a poll among thousands of people. The worst gifts that you can receive. Number 5, underwear. 20.4% of people said that's the worst gift to receive. Now, here's the argument with this. It's one thing if it's your significant other buying you underwear. It's different. There are very few cases where it's not awkward if it's not your significant other buying you underwear. Right? Significant other? Okay, probably not a bad gift. Anyone else? Bad gift. So there are people, there are times for that to be a gift, but for most people it's not. Don't do it. Number 4. Fake sports merchandise. 22% said fake sports merchandise. I was looking for my dad a hoodie, like an Atlanta Braves hoodie or something like that. And so I'm looking at a website. Well, it was Amazon I was looking at. I was looking on Amazon, and all the Atlanta Braves hoodies they had were like fake. They were fake. Not that the hoodie wasn't real. I mean, they would give you the hoodie, but it had like the fake Braves logo, or you could tell it wasn't real. It wasn't real Major League Baseball affiliated merchandise. I'm like, well, I'm not getting this. I mean, I could do an iron-on decal for less than this. Fake sports merchandise. Number 3, cheap perfume or aftershave. 24% said that's the worst gift to get. They say it's basically unusable. You don't want to smell like this, or it's too strong, or this is not my type of scent. 24% said cheap perfume or aftershave. Number 2, at 26%, is a re-gifted present. Now, 99% of the time, a re-gifted present is just classic laziness. Oh, I forgot to buy you something, or oh, I don't want to spend money, so I'm going to re-gift it to you. Maybe there are times, 1% of the time, where it works. Someone got something, and right when they opened it, maybe it was last year, maybe it was earlier in the year for a birthday, whatever, they immediately thought of you. Wow, Joe would love this. Right? So then they give it to you, and maybe it is a hit. But 99% of the time, you could probably argue a re-gifted present is the worst present again. And number 1, the worst gift to receive, according to the thousands of people polled, clothes that don't fit. 34% of people agreed clothes that don't fit, the worst gift you can get. Now, clothing can be difficult to pick for others, so it's hard to be upset about a fit not working out. Because you can always take it back, or send it back, or get a different size, or whatever it may be. But at the same time, if it doesn't fit, then it's probably the onus is on you to have to go through the work and the stages and the shipping and the steps, or go back to the store to get the piece of clothing that does fit. So it's almost like an inconvenience where, okay, these clothes don't fit. Now I have to go through the inconvenience of getting the clothes that do fit. The thought's there, right? The thought is there. The heart is in a good place. The mind was thinking about you. They're doing the best they can, but now because they don't fit, you kind of have to go through the steps. Top 5, they say worst gifts to receive. Underwear, number 5, unless it's your significant other giving it to you. Number 4, fake sports merchandise. Number 3, cheap perfume or aftershave. Number 2, a regifted present, unless it's just a perfect fit. And number 1, speaking of perfect fits, clothes that don't fit. The number 1 worst gift they say to receive. 859-238-WHIR. 238-9447 to call in if you want to be a part of the show this morning. We'll see what's breaking and trending right here coming up next. And hey, I've still got an Outback Steakhouse, got a couple of them. Outback Steakhouse free Bloomin' Onion gift card. This is to the Richmond Outback Steakhouse. So if you're in the Richmond area, free Bloomin' Onion for you. I can give it to you. 859-238-WHIR. Might as well get a free Bloomin' Onion if you're going to eat there as it is. Sports is coming up next.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports. And this is Sport with the Big Daddy, Steve Beauchamp. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford. I'm proud to announce Ford's end of the year sales event where you pay zero money down, 0% interest, and zero payments for 90 days on almost all new Fords in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. Lease payments starting at $399 a month with zero money down. Come see us at 225 South Danville Bypass, Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy.
3 Christmas Day NFL games and an Oakland A's player inks a big-time deal. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis guiding you through these Friday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where modern NFL teams almost never win the way the Minnesota Vikings did yesterday. The Vikings became the 3rd team in the past 40 years to finish with fewer than 10 net passing yards in a win, riding a stellar performance from their defense and place kicker Will Reichard in a 23-10 win over the Lions, with rookie quarterback Max Brosmer making his 2nd career start and 3 starting offensive linemen sidelined by injury. The Vikings managed just 3 net passing yards. Their total stood at -7 net passing yards until Brosmer and wide receiver Justin Jefferson connected for 10 yards in the Vikings' final throw of the night. The only other team that have won games with fewer than 10 net passing yards over the past 40 years, the 1987 St. Louis Cardinals and the 2006 Houston Texans. It's even rarer for a team to win by a double-digit margin. You have to go back even further to find that. 1974, the loss for the Lions eliminates them from playoff contention. In the early Christmas afternoon game, the Dallas Cowboys had every excuse for starting the game with a thud. Instead, they roared out in front and made the most of a road trip on Christmas Day. Dak Prescott threw for 307 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys took control at the outset against Washington by reaching the end zone in each of the first 3 possessions for a 30-23 win yesterday over Washington. Both teams were previously already eliminated from the playoffs, which severely lessened the significance of this matchup between longtime NFC East rivals. But you couldn't tell that from the Cowboys' perspective, who raced to a 21-3 lead. The Commanders did cut the gap to a touchdown on 3 different occasions, but they couldn't complete the comeback and absorb their 10th loss in the last 11 games. And in the nightcap last night, Broncos coach Sean Payton sent his offense back onto the field on 4th down last night. The ball inside the Chiefs' 10-yard line and less than 2 minutes left on the clock and no intention of ever snapping it. Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones didn't know that, and when he jumped and the offsides penalty gave Denver a fresh set of downs, Bo Nix needed a mere 3 more plays to hit R.J. Harvey with a go-ahead touchdown pass and a 2013 win last night. One secured when the Broncos made one last stop in their closing seconds at their end of the field. Now the Broncos are one step closer to locking up the AFC West, which they can do while at home if Houston beats the Chargers on Saturday. They'll also have a chance to still land the number 1 seed in first-round playoff bye. And in Major League Baseball, it's a holly jolly Christmas for Oakland A's fans. According to multiple reports in history, it breaks the previous mark of $67 million the A's gave to pitcher Luis Severino a year ago. Soderstrom was a key cog in the A's offense that finished the 2025 season above league average in runs, home runs, batting average, OPS, and total bases. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Thank you there, old Rayleigh Joe. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Ready Care Clinic in Danville on Lexington Avenue, accepting new patients for primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care, routine checkups, preventative screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management. Chance of rain showers, cloudy skies. High of 66 and a low tonight of 52. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 64 is the high. Sunday, 72 is the high. Whoa. And then Monday, cold front comes in Sunday night into Monday, and high Monday of 40. Right now, 7:24 in the morning. Did anyone watch any NBA action yesterday on Christmas Day? It was funny. Last year was really the first year like the NFL embraced Christmas Day. And LeBron James came out after the games last year. And I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm not. I appreciate LeBron. He's one of the greatest players of all time. If he's not the greatest ever, he's the second greatest. And if you don't think that, I'm sorry, you're probably just a hater. You just are. Anyway, that's another conversation for another time. LeBron came out last year and was like, hey, the NBA has Christmas Day. Christmas Day is our day. The ratings will probably say otherwise even last night, even with games yesterday that looked juicy to begin the year, but ended up not being juicy, right? The Broncos and Chiefs, there's no Patrick Mahomes. Chiefs eliminated from the playoffs. The Vikings and Lions, the Vikings, they could have rolled me out there at quarterback, and I probably would have had more passing yards than Max Brosmer did yesterday. But the Vikings do win. They eliminate the Lions from the playoffs. And then the early game yesterday, Cowboys and Commanders, two teams already eliminated from the playoffs. So it's not like these were real juicy matchups. But this is the fantasy football, for most leagues, fantasy football championship weekend. So I have not seen the numbers, but I'm of the assumption the NFL won the ratings again yesterday. But that's not to be undone, right? Or we got to make sure we talk about this. I didn't realize the game this guy had yesterday until Radio Rick said, did you see what Nikola Jokic did for the Denver Nuggets last night? In a game versus the Timberwolves, went into overtime. Nuggets won 142-138. It was a thriller on Christmas Day last night. Check out these numbers from the Joker. 56 points, 16 rebounds, 15 assists. Not just a triple-double, a 56-point triple-double. They needed basically every one of those points in a 4-point win over the T-Wolves in overtime yesterday. 56, 16, and 15. What a night it was for Nikola Jokic. Whoa, let's see what's breaking and trendy this morning here on The Joe Show. All right, does anybody have any kinfolk in Arkansas? Tell them their favorite radio host here in Danville, Kentucky wants to talk to them. Because a single winning Powerball ticket worth not 8.12 billion, not 8 billion. It was 1.82 billion. They got the numbers backward here. Either way, it's a ton of money. It was sold in Arkansas on Christmas Eve. The drawing had a cash value of just shy of $835 million. The winner bought their ticket at a Murphy USA store in Arkansas. Winning tickets worth $1 million sold in California, Indiana, Michigan, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. One person in Arkansas is a happy man this morning. A rare and deadly winter storm is drenching Southern California, and flash flood warnings are posted up and down the coast. At least 3 deaths have been linked to the holiday storm. Another strong storm hit Southern California last night, causing further issues. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared an emergency due to threats from intense rainfall on already saturated soils. The declaration says recently burned areas in the region face, quote, an increased threat of mudslides and debris flow. In Wrightwood, video shows homes buried under feet of mud after the area was drenched in 10 inches of rain yesterday. Many roads, including the 5 freeway in San Bernardino, were shut down. Taylor Swift was playing Santa this holiday season. We told you she donated $1 million to both Feeding America and the American Heart Association. Now there's a third organization publicly thanking Taylor. Music Cares, a nonprofit organization established by the Grammys that serve as a health and human services safety net for the music community, posted a statement about the gift on InstaG. In part, the message says, quote, at Music Cares is thrilled to share that we received a generous donation from @Taylor Swift, which will help support our vital programs, resources, and financial assistance for the music community in need. It takes a village to bring the music fans' love to life, and Taylor's donation helps ensure that all music professionals across genres and professions don't have to choose between a life in music and life-sustaining care. President Donald Trump updates the U.S. on strikes against ISIS in Nigeria. The U.S. military conducted operations in Nigeria on Christmas Day. President Trump posted on Truth Social on Christmas confirming that at his direction as Commander-in-Chief, the U.S. had launched a deadly attack against what he called ISIS terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria, unquote. No word in a death toll yet. Trump went on to say that the Department of War had executed numerous, quote, perfect strikes against those who have been, quote, targeted and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians. U.S. Africa Command confirmed the strikes in a separate post on X, while the government of Nigeria cooperated in the operation. In the past, they, as well as experts and scholars, have said that Trump's portrayal of the security situation of the West African country is misleading, as members of all faiths have suffered at the hands of Islamist terrorists. And Santa Claus came early this year to one Texas grocery store in the form of a computer glitch. On Monday morning, an H-E-B in Burleson had a problem that shut down all the cash registers. A store rep then announced over the PA system, quote, today, everything you have, we're going to back you up, and we hope every one of you have a Merry Christmas and continues to shop with us. She then told them to take their items in their carts and have a Merry Christmas. It took a minute, but customers realized after that she meant they were getting free groceries. That's what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. 7:30 in the morning, the news is coming your way with KNN right here on The Joe Show. No County Agents Corner today. They're off until the early portion of January, so we'll skip over that and give you some random facts. The best of random facts that we've had this year on The Joe Show. Coming up at 7:35. Right now, it's KNN News Time.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The devastating UPS plane crash in Louisville has now claimed another life. Yesterday, Mayor Craig Greenberg announced crash victim Elaine Rodriguez Colina passed away from his injuries early Christmas morning. Colina's death brings the fatality total from the early November crash to 15. Grade A recycling owner Sean Garber said Colina is the fourth employee from his company who was killed. Your Christmas tree can still serve a purpose after the holidays, and it could help Kentucky's fisheries.
Kentucky Fish and Wildlife is collecting used real Christmas trees for its annual Christmas for the Fishes recycling program. Donated pine and spruce trees are sunk in lakes and reservoirs to create underwater habitats, giving young fish places to hide and feed. The department will accept trees from December 26th through January 16th at more than 30 drop-off locations statewide. Trees must be real and free of lights, garland, and decorations. I'm Travis Laird.
A Florida man is accused of physically assaulting a woman in Paducah. Local police say 45-year-old Dawn Gray was arrested earlier this week. Officers were called this past Sunday by a woman who reported that Gray showed up at her workplace the day before, violating a protection order. Then later that day, he grabbed the woman and forced her into a room he rented when she went to a local motel to meet a friend, according to officials. Gray faces counts including fourth-degree assault and kidnapping. The Lexington Police Department is warning residents about a recent increase in scam attempts. Authorities say criminals are trying to get people to hand over money or personal information, particularly vulnerable individuals. Officials are reminding people that law enforcement does not call to demand payment for warrants or miss jury duty appearances. They add that any situation requiring a tax or fee payment before getting a prize is likely a scam as well. Louisville football is seeing an exodus following its bowl victory. Running back Sean Boykins Jr., tight ends Nate Kariski and Grant Hauser, and defensive end A.J. Green have announced their intention to transfer. The portal opens January 2nd. I'm John Shannon.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Coal for Christmas? That sounds like it rocks. Merry Christmas from Rogers Group Caldwell Stone, your local business for crushed stone, serving the Boyle and surrounding counties for over a century. Merry Christmas and happy holidays from Rogers Group Caldwell Stone in Danville on Stanford Road. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. A traffic stop resulted in a drug bust. It happened on Sunday, where Boyle County deputies conducted a traffic stop in Perryville after they saw a vehicle being driven recklessly. During the course of the investigation, K-9 Bruno was deployed and alerted deputies to the presence of narcotics in that vehicle. The investigation showed around 2¼ ounces of suspected methamphetamine that led to the arrest of Willisburg native Christopher Clark, who was arrested and lodged in the Boyle County Jail. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife's Christmas for the Fishes program begins today. The Christmas tree recycling program allows people to recycle their live Christmas trees. Those trees are then put back into Kentucky's lakes and streams, which allow cover for fish. There are 37 drop-off locations in the state, the closest to us being the Garrett County Conservation Office. They'll be accepting tree donations through January 16th. 2 men in Washington County have been arrested after a woman died from a suspected drug overdose. It happened on Sunday when a man from a home on Pleasant Grove Loop called 911 and told them a woman had overdosed. Deputies responded and found that woman who had died. Investigators found paraphernalia and evidence consistent with drug use and suspected heroin as well. Alex Hamilton and Charles Drury were arrested in connection to that and were charged with possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. They were lodged in the Marion County Jail. A federal judge has ruled in favor of Kentucky and 19 other states, demanding that federal funding for housing support be restored through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. In November, Kentucky joined a lawsuit that focused on proposed changes to the Continuum of Care program. That's a federal program that directs funding to keep families with children, seniors, veterans, and disabled persons housed. The changes would have put a 30% cap on funding that states can receive, and Kentucky was at risk of losing 70% of the more than $15 million that had already been approved. That funding will now be returned to those states. Flu season is underway, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting a nearly 15% increase in flu A cases in the last 2 weeks alone. Experts at the University of Kentucky say that the peak season is still yet to arrive. UK infectious disease expert Dr. Nicholas Van Sickles says the best way to fight it is to wash hands, sanitize before cooking, and take at-home tests, as well as increase airflows during holiday meals and get-togethers. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Thinking about remodeling your home in 2026? Big Deals Online Store can help you save on your renovation dreams. We've got gift certificates to Lux 218, Danville's source for luxury kitchen, bath, and lighting, all for less. Choose from tubs, sinks, lighting, and vanities for every style. Need help? Lux 218 offers expert design consultation. And if you're not a DIYer, their team of professional installers can bring your vision to life. Don't let price hold you back. Get true luxury for less at Lux 218 on Lebanon Road in Danville. Save even more with big deals. $100 certificates for just $69. Or buy 5 or more and pay only $50 each. That's half price. For all the details, visit the Big Deal store at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net. Remodeling just got easier and so much more affordable.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Little Rayleigh Joe. Thanks for that, baby girl. Brought to you by Morning Point in Danville, featuring The Lantern with 2 levels of memory care for early and the latter stages of Alzheimer's and dementia. Get info on Facebook, Morning Point, and E on the end of point. Morning Point of Danville. 50-50 chance of rain showers on our Friday as you all are getting this December the 26th morning started off the right way. High today of 66, a low tonight of 52. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, high of 64. Sunday mostly cloudy, 72. fairly windy day. That's going to usher in a cold front. System moves in, gives us rain showers on Sunday night, about a half an inch possible, and then drops temperatures on Monday. Right now it's 7:38. It's 60 degrees here in Danville. 859-238-WHIR is the number to call in this morning. That's 238-944. Offices through January 5th, so no county agents corner. And so with that, we have no county agents call-in report. And additionally, some of the websites, actually both of the main websites that I use for this show as kind of like prep material and stories and stuff to talk about every morning, are both, for lack of a better term, shut down until January the 5th for the most part. So when we do our random facts over the next couple of weeks, I decided we're just going to pick a random day in 2025 and go back to that day and pick out the random facts from that day, because this site that I use to get random facts from allows you to go back in the archive and pick a random day. So if you listen on Wednesday, I picked the random facts from May the 16th. That's me and Rebecca's anniversary. So why not? May the 16th. I gave you the random facts on Wednesday from May the 16th. Today's random facts come from August the 29th. That's my birthday. So if you have a day that you want me to pick as a random fact day, they were heard on the radio on that day, call in, let me know. We'll pick them out. We'll do it over the next week or so. But today's random facts come from August the 29th. They were heard in the Joe Show. August the 29th. That was a Friday this year. August 29th of 2025. Here's how the random facts sounded.
Got the top price for your livestock? Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's need. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
And as always, random facts brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Here's how the facts sounded on August the 29th, if you listened back in the summer. Fact number 1, the entirety of Wikipedia. Every article on Wikipedia, which is an article on basically everything. Every article can be downloaded, the entirety of the website. And the total file size, if you were to download every article on Wikipedia, is still smaller than the latest Call of Duty video game. And it's actually not even close. Call of Duty takes up way more download space than every article ever written on everything on Wikipedia. Number 2, Julia Louis-Dreyfus was offered the part of Mia in Pulp Fiction, but she turned it down because of her commitments to Seinfeld. There were other actresses also offered that role. Jennifer Aniston, Joan Cusack, Bridget Fonda, Daryl Hannah, Michelle Pfeiffer, Meg Ryan, before they eventually settled on Uma Thurman to play Mia. Number 3, 3 NFL teams have never had the first overall pick in the NFL draft. 3 of them have never had it. Number 1, the Denver Broncos. Number 2, the Baltimore Ravens. And number 3, the Seattle Seahawks. Number 4, there have been 9 songs that were number 1 hits for 2 different artists in chart history. 9 songs. The most recent one was a song called Lady Marmalade, which was a number 1 for LaBelle in 1975. Then the cover done by Christina Aguilera, Lil' Kim, Maya, and Pink went number 1 in 2001. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, Elton John has a song called Philadelphia Freedom. You may have heard it. It was written as a favor to one of his friends, a tennis player named Billie Jean King. We all know that name. She was on a professional tennis team called the Philadelphia Freedoms. The team lasted for 1 season. Random facts for you on this Friday morning, as they were heard on August the 29th of this year.
We've got trade wars, rising costs, skyrocketing national debt, and a potential recession looming. It's no wonder gold keeps hitting record highs. With everything going on in the world, Thousands of hard-working Americans are looking to get help diversifying their savings in precious metals like gold and silver, and they're turning to the top-rated gold company, Goldco. With over 6,000 five-star customer reviews, an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, named Best for Customer Service from Money.com, and the industry's highest buyback guarantee, Goldco is a preferred precious metals company in the country. Right now, Goldco is offering you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, you can get an unlimited instant match and bonus silver if you qualify. Find out how you can help diversify your savings, tax and penalty free today. Call 855-969-GOLD. That's 855-969-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult with your financial and tax professional.
3 Christmas Day NFL games and an Oakland A's player inks a big-time deal. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Friday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where modern NFL teams almost never win the way the Minnesota Vikings did yesterday. The Vikings became the third team in the past 40 years to finish with fewer than 10 net passing yards in a win, riding a stellar performance from their defense and place kicker Will Reichard in a 23-10 win over the Lions, with rookie quarterback Max Brosmer making his second career start and 3 starting offensive linemen sidelined by injury. The Vikings managed just 3 net passing yards. Their total stood at -7 net passing yards until Brosmer and wide receiver Justin Jefferson connected for 10 yards in the Vikings' final throw of the night. The only other team that have won games with fewer than 10 net passing yards over the past 40 years, the 1987 St. Louis Cardinals and the 2006 Houston Texans. It's even rarer for a team to win by a double-digit margin. You have to go back even further to find that. 1974, the loss for the Lions eliminates them from playoff contention. In the early Christmas afternoon game, the Dallas Cowboys had every excuse for starting the game with a thud. Instead, they roared out in front and made the most of a road trip on Christmas Day. Dak Prescott threw for 307 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys took control at the outset against Washington by reaching the end zone in each of the first 3 possessions for a 30-23 win yesterday over Washington. Both teams were previously already eliminated from the playoffs, which severely lessened the significance of this matchup between longtime NFC East rivals. But you couldn't tell that from the Cowboys' perspective, who raced to a 21-3 lead. The Commanders did cut the gap to a touchdown on 3 different occasions, but they couldn't complete the comeback and absorb their 10th loss in the last 11 games. And in the nightcap last night, Broncos coach Sean Payton sent his offense back onto the field on 4th down last night. The ball inside the Chiefs' 10-yard line and less than 2 minutes left on the clock, and no intention of ever snapping it. Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones didn't know that, and when he jumped and the offsides penalty gave Denver a fresh set of downs, Bo Nix needed a mere 3 more plays to hit R.J. Harvey with the go-ahead touchdown pass and a 2013 win last night. One secured when the Broncos made one last stop in their closing seconds at their end of the field. Now the Broncos are one step closer to locking up the AFC West, which they can do while at home if Houston beats the Chargers on Saturday. They'll also have a chance to still land the number 1 seed in first-round playoff bye. And in Major League Baseball, it's a holly jolly for Oakland A's fans. According to multiple reports, the notoriously stingy team has given left-handed slugger Tyler Soderstrom, who's 24, a 7-year extension worth $86 million. It's the largest contract by total value in team history. It breaks the previous mark of $67 million the A's gave to pitcher Luis Severino a year ago. Soderstrom was a key cog in the A's offense that finished the 2025 season above league average in runs, home runs, batting average, OPS, and total bases. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, this is Deanna at the Danville H&R Block. Have you ever received a letter from the IRS that said you owed money and you really didn't understand why? Maybe you even paid it without question to avoid any trouble. Taxpayers have lost billions of dollars by making mistakes on their returns, leaving out beneficial deductions, or paying tax bills without question. Bring in those letters or even your prior year returns and let the professionals at H&R Block take a look. And let us do a second look free and see how much it can get back for you. Stop by or give us a call at 236-3281. Come see your trusted tax experts in our brand new location. That's H&R Block at 101 Citation Drive in Danville, where we're always ready to help.
Danville's Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Hi, I'm John Welsh. During the Red Tag Sales event, save up to $14,000 off new 26 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4s. Stock M26155. Must have trade assistance to qualify. Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at boballenmotormall.com.
Happiness and good cheer this holiday season from Lux 218 Kitchens and Bath Design. May this happiness and good cheer be yours throughout the new year. Best holiday wishes from your good friends at Lux 218 Kitchens and Bath Design, Lebanon Road, Danville.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop save on gift certificates to local businesses at big time discounts up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, entertainment tickets available as well. Shop and save, hometownlive.net. Cloudy skies, rain showers hanging out with us today. 50-50 chance of rain, particularly tonight. A high of 66, a low of 52. Cloudy skies tomorrow, 64 is the high. Sunday, mostly cloudy, 72 is the high. It's 7:49 in the morning, 60 degrees here in Danville. I'm so happy you're on the show this morning. 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447. If you're hungry for lunch or dinner, Wendy's is the place to go. In a world full of tenders, Wendy's decided to make something more juicy, more crispy, and even more dippable. New Wendy's Tendies are so here. Yes, you heard me right. Chicken tenders. Some may call them tendies. It's fun to say, but they're even more fun to eat, especially since Tendies rhymes with Wendy's. 3 new signature sauces that you can get as well. The Wendy's signature sauce, the Scorchin' Hot or the Sweet Chili sauce, along with the 3 standards, barbecue, ranch, and honey mustard. Their new chicken tenders are juicy, crispy, and dippable, and you can make them into a combo meal. Maybe you had turkey, maybe you had ham, maybe you had all the sides. You want something that's not turkey or ham. On this day after Christmas, Wendy's and their chicken tenders is the place to go. Got to have Tendies, got to be Wendy's right here in Danville on Houstonville Road. 859-238-9447, the phone number to call in. Let's head out west, see what's going on with our friends in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, the world of weird. Those people so rich and famous, they're disassociated with reality. A good rule of thumb, if a celebrity does it, says it, thinks it, or votes it, you should probably do, say, think, and vote the opposite. Here we go. Saturday Night Live scored its most watched episode in more than a year on December 20th. Last Saturday, 5.4 million viewers. Not only was the episode hosted by pop star and Wicked actress Ariana Grande with Cher as musical guest, it also marked Bowen Yang's final outing as a cast member. Yang joined SNL as a writer in 2018 before becoming the late-night sketch show's first ever Asian cast member during the season 45 in 2019. News of his exit was reported the day before his last show. Now, this is not the first time that Grande has brought strong ratings to SNL. When she hosted in October of 2024 alongside musical guest Stevie Nicks, the resulting 5.6 million viewers were the show's biggest audience since Elon Musk hosted in May of 2021. During season 50, Grande's episode was only outdone when John Mulaney hosted the following month, hitting 6.8 million viewers, and Grande's season 51 episode has been the biggest since then. Ariana Grande bringing in the ratings for SNL. Hey, sad news from television. Pat Finn, a prolific TV character, actor, and comedian. I just had an ad pop up over the article, and I don't know how to exit out. What in the world? Oh, there it is at the top. That was very inconvenient. Well, there we go. Sorry about that. Pat Finn, a prolific TV character, actor, and comedian best known for his recurring role as friendly neighbor Bill Norwood on ABC's The Middle, died on Monday at his LA home following a 3-year battle with cancer. Finn's passing was confirmed at Deadline by his manager Andrea Pett Joseph, who called Finn the kindest, most joyful person in the room, and said the actor passed while surrounded by his family and friends. Finn was diagnosed in 2022 with bladder cancer, which went into remission but later returned and metastasized. In the months prior to the actor's death, Finn's friends launched a GoFundMe page on behalf of the family to help defray medical costs. To date, the page had raised more than $118,000 in donations. Pat Finn dies. The Middle and Seinfeld actor was 60 years old. And Bowen Yang and Ariana Grande brought in some major ratings to SNL, Saturday Night Live, last Saturday, December the 20th. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, the world of weird. All right, it's 7:52 in the morning. Melton's Deli in Danville. It's like going home for lunch. Melton's Deli, the place to go when you're looking for a sandwich for lunch later on this afternoon, with two locations, 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ali Drive. And today's sandwich of the day will go with the Big Mama Sub. It's number 5 on the Melton's Deli menu. Smoked turkey, deli baked ham, Swiss and American cheese, crisp bacon, red onions, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. Served in a 6-inch sub sandwich bun. It's the Big Mama Sub at 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ali Drive. Tell them you heard him this morning on the Joe Show. You want to try out the Big Mama Sub as your sandwich of the day. All right, everybody has their own taste in music. Music taste is kind of subjective. But some songs are undeniably annoying. And guess what? There's science to prove it now. Researchers at SeatPick.com analyzed popular songs released in 2025 to calculate which is the most annoying song. Now, the annoyingness scale, as it's called, has 4 factors in this. They have repetitive hooks and lyrics, so kind of the same thing over and over, which may signal a lack of creativity. Number 2, high frequencies. So not only do they lack creativity, it's like nails in a chalkboard because you can't handle listening to the song because of high frequencies. Number 3, harmonic dullness. So again, lack of creativity, it's dull. Same thing over and over. You don't like the way it sounds because of the high frequencies, and it's dull as well. And number 4, lyrical filler, which again goes back to a lack of creativity. They're not great songwriters. So they're saying things like yeah, and la a lot in the song. So those 4 things make up the annoyingness factor. Repetitive hooks and lyrics, high frequencies, harmonic dullness, and lyrical filler like yeah, and la. Here's the top 5, and I won't be able to play a clip of every song. Here's the top 5 most annoying songs of 2025. Number 5, a song called Beautiful People by David Guetta and Sia. Number 4, Who. Name of the song is Who by Jimin. I've never heard of that guy in my life, or girl. I don't know what or who it is. Jimin. Number 3, The Dead Dance by Lady Gaga. And then we have a tie for number 1. So there isn't a number 2 because you got 2 songs that are tied at number 1, and they're both from the same artist. Not a real good year. Well, it was a good year for Sabrina Carpenter, but in terms of not being annoying, it wasn't a good year. She was apparently super annoying. Sabrina Carpenter had the 2 most annoying songs of 2025. One called Sugar Talkin'. The other was this one, a song called Tears by Sabrina Carpenter. Now, you can see the entire list online at SeatPick.com. There's also a list for the most annoying TikTok trending songs as well. So they have the most annoying songs in general, most annoying TikTok songs. They have a whole list of who and what was annoying in 2025, and nothing more annoying than Sabrina Carpenter, apparently, who had the 2 most annoying songs of the calendar year. Sugar Talkin' and Tears, the most annoying songs. 7:57 in the morning. We're back after this right here in The Joe Show.
Gets better with B&L Jewelers.
One of the most trusted names in jewelry is B&L Jewelers. For years, we've been helping you and your neighbors say, I love you, happy anniversary, even here's something just because. At B&L Jewelers, you could trust us for everything from an elegant engagement diamond to that watch repair. Want custom jewelry and design? Trust us. Want repairs? Trust us. Want prices that compete with the chain stores? But with local hometown service, you can always trust B&L Jewelers. Why? Because the staff at B&L Jewelers truly knows jewelry. And it's time for us to get to know you. Tell you what, stop in for a free jewelry cleaning and inspection and say hello. Love gets better at B&L Jewelers. located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
I didn't always understand harm reduction, but then I saw the impact. People are alive today because someone had Narcan. Families didn't have to bury their loved ones. That's what harm reduction is really about, saving lives and keeping our community safer. At Bull County Health Department Harm Reduction, we provide free Narcan, overdose education, fentanyl and xylazine test strips, syringe exchange, and HIV and Hep C testing. Because when we offer people tools to stay safe, we give them a chance to seek help when they are ready. A healthier, safer community starts with all of us. Call 859-319-7468. Together, we can save lives.
We never settle at Lexington Road Laser Wash. And just in time for the upcoming winter weather and that grimy road salt, we now offer our laser wash, dryer, and ceramic coating, and it's all touch-free. Treat your car the way it wants to be treated with a touch-free car wash at Lexington Road Laser Wash in Danville, Kentucky.
This is James Gardner. If your needs have been met, share it with someone and it'll come back to you tenfold. Happy holidays. Have a great meal.
Christmas.
We're gonna have the
happiest Christmas. Merry Christmas. Central Kentucky's hometown radio network.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Yeah, all right, 8 o'clock in the morning, coming your way, top hour news. At 8 o'clock, we'll see what's going on around the nation and the world with NBC News Radio. See what's gone on this date in history. That's made this date a date to remember as well. It's all coming up next on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 8 o'clock.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Nigeria's foreign ministry has confirmed the U.S. military was involved in Christmas Day airstrikes against alleged ISIS terrorists in the northern part of that country. Mark Mayfield with more.
In a Christmas message to the troops, Nigeria's air marshal told his forces not to leave any stone unturned in the quest to subdue terrorism in the northwest region. Earlier, President Trump posted that the U.S. had launched a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria. Last month, Trump invited U.S. rap star Nicki Minaj to address the UN about Christian persecution in Nigeria and said there would be hell to pay if the attacks didn't stop. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Jimmy Kimmel says it's been a really great year for fascism in the United States. Jim Roop explains.
The late-night host made the comment on British TV Channel 4 during an alternative Christmas message.
Tyranny is booming over here.
Channel 4 is a public broadcaster that has often picked controversial guests to deliver a counterpoint to the British monarch's message. Earlier this year, ABC suspended Kimmel after he made controversial comments about the Charlie Kirk assassination.
More dangerously cold weather is headed for the Midwest and Northeast. Dana Griffin reports.
There is a winter storm shaping up for much of the Northeast. Forecast of 4 to 8 inches of snow could fall in New York and northern Pennsylvania.
Forecasters say another Arctic cold front will be dipping into the lower 48 states next week, causing temperatures to plunge from Des Moines to Boston starting Monday and lake effect snow in the Great Lakes area. Hundreds of Louisiana National Guard members are arriving in New Orleans at a time when the crime rate is reportedly down in the city. The troops will assist police with security in the French Quarter for New Year's Eve, at the Sugar Bowl, and during Mardi Gras. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Kentucky's farmers are the heart of our communities, and now their health is front and center. The Heiser Hearing Institute's Kentucky Hears program is proud to partner with the Kentucky Department of Agriculture's Raising Hope initiative, bringing mobile hearing clinics and vital health resources directly to rural communities. Together, we're breaking down barriers to care, because every Kentuckian deserves to be heard, and every farmer deserves hope. Learn more at kyhears.org.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp Data Bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-558-5497. Again, 1-800-558-5497.
Today is a big day for stores. Bree Tennis with postseason shopping.
In the retail world, today is known as the start of Returnuary, return season after the Christmas holiday. You know, in case Santa didn't get it right. Returns, exchanges, and store credit. It's a post-holiday rush as millions of dollars in unwanted gifts go back and new merchandise gets purchased. According to Retail Dive, that's where stores win. Shoppers are armed with returns, but also holiday gift cards.
Earlier this month, we lost Hollywood icon Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle. He starred in the 1970s hit sitcom All in the Family.
You've been like a father to me. Well, you've been just like a son to me. You never did nothing I ever told you to do.
The Reiner son, Nick, is accused of their murder. A look back at others we lost this year. Here's Matt Mattinson.
Conservative activist Charlie Kirk was assassinated at the age of 31. Former Vice President Dick Cheney died. Pope Francis passed away at age 88. Heavy metal and reality TV star Ozzy Osbourne died at the age of 76. Academy Award-winning actor and director Robert Redford died at the age of 89. Gene Hackman died at the age of 95. Diane Keaton died at 79. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan and Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani passed away.
Surfing USA. You'll catch 'em surfing at Ventura County line.
Founder of the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, died at 82. And in sports, we lost boxer George Foreman, Chicago Cubs great Ryan Sandberg, and MLB player and broadcaster Bob Uecker.
Just a bit outside.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
We've got trade wars, rising costs, skyrocketing national debt, and a potential recession looming. It's no wonder gold keeps hitting record highs. With everything going on in the world, thousands of hard-working Americans are looking to get help diversifying their savings in precious metals like gold and silver. And they're turning to the top-rated gold company, Goldco. With over 6,000 five-star customer reviews, an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, named Best for Customer Service from Money.com, and the industry's highest buyback guarantee, Goldco is a preferred precious metals company in the country. Right now, Goldco is offering you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, you can get an unlimited instant match and bonus silver if you qualify. Find out how you can help diversify your savings, tax and penalty free today. Call 855-969-GOLD. That's 855-969-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult with your financial and tax professional.
Discover the power of radio. Many business owners know that with radio advertising, you're always the center of attention in the listener's mind when your ad is on the air. Your ad is never buried on page 37, and you'll never find your advertisements surrounded by your competitors like in the yellow pages. With radio advertising, you're always front and center. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Johnson Pullman believes Christmas is the best time of the year. For Johnson Pullman, it's a time of year for enjoying friends and family, for spreading cheer and goodwill, and for sending warmest wishes to special people like you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year from John Funkhauser and Johnson Pullman.
Good morning to you. It's Friday, December the 26th. This has got a little bit of a different Friday to it. Right? Usually you celebrate getting to Friday. It's been a long week. And not that I'm not celebrating, but it also hasn't been a long week, right? Like, cool, I get the weekend off, a couple more days off. Rebecca was like, you have to work tomorrow? She said that yesterday. I said, yeah. She's like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. It's like, yeah, but it's just one day, and then it's the weekend again. I don't mind working one day and then having 2-3 more days off. I'll take that. Forecast is coming your way. Dusty is coming in the studio as well. I didn't know if Dusty would be in because he was in Tuesday. He was in Wednesday. But nothing stops Dusty from the radio. Dusty will be on here coming up next.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
A traffic stop resulted in a drug bust. It happened on Sunday, where Boyle County deputies conducted a traffic stop in Perryville after they saw a vehicle being driven recklessly. During the course of the investigation, K-9 Bruno was deployed and alerted deputies to the presence of narcotics in that vehicle. The investigation showed around 2¼ ounces of suspected methamphetamine that led to the arrest of Willisburg native Christopher Clark, who was arrested and lodged in the Boyle County Jail. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife's Christmas for the Fishes program begins today. The Christmas tree recycling program allows people to recycle their live Christmas trees. Those trees are then put back into Kentucky's lakes and streams, which allow cover for fish. There are 37 drop-off locations in the state, the closest to us being the Garrett County Conservation Office. They'll be accepting tree donations through January 16th. 2 men in Washington County have been arrested after a woman died from a suspected drug overdose. It happened on Sunday when a man from a home on Pleasant Grove Loop called 911 and told them a woman had overdosed. Deputies responded and found that woman who had died. Investigators found paraphernalia and evidence consistent with drug use and suspected heroin as well. Alex Hamilton and Charles Drury were arrested in connection to that and were charged with possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. They were lodged in the Marion County Jail. A federal judge has ruled in favor of Kentucky and 19 other states, demanding that federal funding for housing support be restored through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. In November, Kentucky joined a lawsuit that focused on proposed changes to the Continuum of Care program. That's a federal program that directs funding to keep families with children, seniors, veterans, and disabled persons housed. The changes would have put a 30% cap on funding that states can receive, and Kentucky was at risk of losing 70% of the more than $15 million that had already been approved. That funding will now be returned to those states. Flu season is underway, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting a nearly 15% increase in flu A cases in the last 2 weeks alone. Experts at the University of Kentucky say that the peak season is still yet to arrive. UK infectious disease expert Dr. Nicholas Van Sickles says the best way to fight it is to wash hands, sanitize before cooking, and take at-home tests, as well as increase airflows during holiday meals and get-togethers. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
At Sutton Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. You're a neighbor. Our friendly team helps you stay healthy with quick refills, expert advice, and flu shots. Enjoy free local delivery and a convenient app to make managing your refills easy. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to the Lancaster community. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on West Maple Avenue.
Everyone at J&K Automotive sends best wishes for a joyous holiday season. Come on down and see us, U.S. Highway 127, Junction City.
This is Maverick. Come see my dad at J&K Automotive, Junction City. You'll be glad you did. Merry Christmas.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Rayleigh Jofus brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top of the line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Cloudy skies, rain shower chances hanging around here today. And 66 is the high, 52 is the low. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 64. Check out Sunday, mostly cloudy, 72 is the high on Sunday. Dusty's going to be mowing his yard on Sunday.
That's what it feels like.
And then Monday, partly sunny and 40.
And then an Arctic cold snap comes in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we get down to the 30s and 20s, which will feel Arctic, but it's really just normal for this time of year.
Right. Not 70s, not 60s on Christmas, which, I mean, it kind of worked out.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
Look, I walked out of the door this morning, the front door. I parked out front of the house. Usually I'm in the garage, but I was just out front. And I didn't mind walking out to 60-degree temperatures, and birds were chirping, Dusty, when I was walking out of the door. It felt like it was like April or something. Yeah,
you're like, hey, birds, you're not supposed to be here.
What are you doing here, birds?
It is December. You're supposed to be out of here.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. So it was.
Set my feeders out.
Yeah, it was good. Dusty, how was your Christmas?
It
Looks
was
like
good.
you got a new Packers shirt.
No, I got.
Have
this
you had that one?
Yeah. We got this Packer shirt whenever we went and saw the Packers at the Titans. I think.
Oh yeah, that was like last year, right? Or
something like that.
Earlier this year.
It was last year.
I feel like the football season, they added 1 week onto it a couple years ago. It was 16 games, now it's 17. But I feel like it lasts like 3 months longer
right?
now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the records last night of some of those Thursday night games, those Christmas Day games, and I'm like, there's still 1 week left after this.
After this, that doesn't.
And I think it's because my fantasy season of my big league ended
true.
last week, and so now what's the point of football still going on?
Yeah, because, I mean, your fantasy has to end basically just on the number of people that you have, right?
Yes.
And plus, we always try to schedule, I mean, in our fantasy leagues, we always try to schedule it before it starts where people
start
are
sitting because the playoffs and they already have it clinched.
Right.
This is the championship week for most leagues.
Yes.
And so, but it just seems like it's gone on forever. Not that I mind.
Right.
But some things, it's like, all right, it's time to get to the playoffs. I feel that way about the NBA every year.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as the NBA tips off on like Halloween night, is it the playoffs yet? Can we get this to the playoffs? The NBA season lasts forever.
We watched some NBA yesterday because, of course, it's like isn't NBA traditionally on Christmas?
So the NBA is traditionally on Christmas Day.
Right.
Last year, the NFL really embraced Christmas Day, and they had multiple games on last year on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and the NBA is upset about it.
Yeah, the NBA got frustrated. LeBron, and I like LeBron, but LeBron was like, hey, Christmas Day is our day. And the ratings were like, no, it's not. Because people watch the NFL way more than they watch you all.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the ratings will show the same thing for yesterday.
Well, and it was on Netflix yesterday.
Yeah, the NFL had 2 games on Netflix, I think, and 1 on Prime.
Oh, there was one on Prime,
too? Yeah, the
too?
Chiefs-Broncos was Thursday Night Football, just typical Thursday Night Football on Prime. Yeah.
Okay.
But last night, I don't know if you saw this, Dusty, Timberwolves-Nuggets win to overtime. 142-138, Nuggets won. Nikola Jokic plays for the Nuggets. The Joker, 56 points. 16 rebounds, 15 assists. He had a 56-point triple-double last night.
Merry Christmas to that guy.
Yeah, he nailed it. They needed basically every one of his points, too, because they went to overtime.
Yeah.
Won by 4 in overtime.
That's crazy.
Where are your kids going?
I have no idea. They just feel like they could just wander around.
Yeah, that's fine.
We had to get up early.
Yeah, Rick said they're getting in the car and leaving.
Oh, no, I have
drive back home.
Yeah. Well, speaking of driving, they got some driving done on Christmas.
Did you get the go-karts for them?
I got a go-kart.
A go-kart.
Yeah, for them. I made a big oof. So on Christmas Eve, we have Monica's signs, right? And so I had to go and get the go-kart. And what Monica's mom wanted for Christmas is that she has a section of her house that is super, like, it's almost like her entryway combines with her stairwell, right? So her chandelier light is like way up there, all right? And so it hasn't been cleaned or changed light bulbs in like since they've got it because it's so high up there. Well, I'm lucky enough that I have scaffolding that we own, right?
Yeah.
And so what I did is I went and got the scaffolding and I put the go-kart in there in the trailer and I packed that all up, then took it to my house and then dropped the go-kart off and
so
hid it.
So the kids know at this point that they have a go-kart? Okay, it's still hidden.
It's still hidden. And then I drove to Monica's mom's house because that's where we're having Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then we set up the scaffolding and stuff. Well, during all that process, I had forgotten that I left the manual to the go-kart.
Oh no!
In the in the 4Runner.
Yeah.
And these little snoops got in there and were like, "What's this go-kart? Are we getting a go-kart? Oh my gosh."
The manual was just sitting in your vehicle?
Well, okay, it was folded up and it was in like the back of like your driver's seat where you tuck in like things or whatever, right?
Okay, yeah. Why were they snooping through that? Have they ever snooped through that part
ever?
They
snoop all the time.
Okay, I was going to say, did this just like, because
no.
Rayleigh found some of her Christmas gifts, one of them, because she went in a part of the garage that she's
never
been
got
into.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think since we built the house. So why are you back there now?
Right, that's exactly it.
So, I mean, I don't know.
And then my wife had to fib a little bit and say that their cousins were getting one, and that's what Daddy's been doing is he's like been dropping it off.
And then they're mad because their cousins are getting a go-kart and not them.
Yes, exactly. And they were
Well, Lucas and Beckham, step up to the microphone here if you don't mind. Let's get a synopsis on the go-kart. They do know they got a go-kart now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can just spoil it on there.
Yeah, no.
Who do we have? I don't see anybody step up to the microphone. All right, Beckham, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about the go-kart, Beckham? He's putting the headset on now. You don't have to put it on if you don't want, but there you go. How you like the go-kart?
It's good.
Okay. How fast does it go? Maybe Dusty can. Does it have a governor on it?
It does have a governor. I think right now we're sitting at like 26, I want to say.
26 miles per hour?
Yeah, it scoots.
That's pretty fast.
It scoots.
That's pretty fast. So where are you all driving it at, Beckham?
Backyard.
You can answer whenever we ask you a question. It's fine.
Do you have a go-kart track back there?
No.
Are you just like driving around in the grass? Is
Yeah.
that going to tear your backyard up?
Yeah,
You don't care. You're not a yard guy.
I'm
really.
not a
I'm not a
yard
yard
guy.
guy either.
Right?
I'm not a big yard guy. I
mean-
cut it because I have to.
That's
I
exactly
don't
it.
edge it. I don't do anything like that. I don't want to. I've got better things to do in my time than my yard.
I'd rather. I think I've even found like where you can grow moss instead of grass.
You're trying to get that done.
Well, you don't have to mow
you
it.
don't have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And then apparently it produces more oxygen than normal grass.
Hey, you're better for the environment doing that.
Exactly. Yeah. See, and I don't have to mow it and it's everything. But no.
Okay. Have you wrecked the go-kart yet, Beckham?
No.
Okay, but what do we do if it starts to roll?
Cross our arms.
Exactly.
What does that do?
Like you cross your arms. That's what they teach race car drivers now.
If it starts to roll, what do you mean?
Like,
roll over.
Roll over.
I thought you meant like roll down a hill. I was
No,
going to
no,
say,
no.
why don't you just hit the brake?
No. If it starts to
If it
roll,
starts to roll, you cross your arms.
Because you don't want to reach out and try to brace yourself, because then you break your arm. And so instead, you cross your arms.
Does it have a roll cage over it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's cool.
That was part of the negotiation with the wife. Is
Yeah,
that
gotta have a roll cage.
Yeah, because I was pushing for it, and I was like, hey, because the older one, this one, Lucas, wanted a 4-wheeler. And those are dangerous, and those are just straight up dangerous. And we were like, you're never getting one of those on our watch. But the negotiation was the go-kart, because the go-kart has the roll cage, and I got them like some really nice helmets, like the full cover the face,
like a
racing helmet.
a speed bike helmet,
Yeah,
or
exactly,
something.
like a dirt bike helmet.
Where do you get a go-kart from?
I got mine, and this is going to be a plug for them, because I looked online and I looked at the surrounding box stores and stuff, and I just got nothing but bad reviews on their go-karts.
Yeah.
Not to say that they were bad, it's just that's what, I did some research, right? Like you're supposed to. And a lot of them were if you get them from a big box store, you can't get them serviced at those, and you have to call the for parts and whatnot. And so instead, I ended up at Central Kentucky Motorsports, and it's off a New Circle over there by the Winchester Road exit.
All right.
And they sell all kinds of things, like your razors, your 4-wheelers, your dirt bikes, and
So
then
they
they
just
have
had go-karts
go-karts
there.
as
That's
well.
cool.
And so whenever I called, because I had a few questions, the gentleman there, he was like, I have 2 kids. They're a little bit older than them. And he was like, this is what I would do. And so he was like, I would get them this one, because apparently if you get a smaller engine, but for a 2-seater, you don't go as fast.
Is it a 2-seater?
It is a 2-seater.
Okay, so they can ride together then.
Yes.
All right.
And Lucas does not want to ride with Beckham. So
So Beckham drives, but when he does, Lucas is not in the passenger seat.
Well, he doesn't. Well, he was for a little bit, but he doesn't like to.
Scared him enough to where, no, I don't want to do this. Well, that's cool.
Lucas, so Lucas was the first one to drive it, because he's the oldest, and that's just how our society works, I guess.
Yeah.
And so it was just funny, because we got it all started up, and we went over all the safety, because it has the 3-point harness. It goes over and it locks in.
Yeah.
And so we went over all the rules, and Lucas got in, and it's like, brum, 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 right? And he was just
a little apprehensive.
Little apprehensive. And then when Beckham got in, I was like, okay, here's what you do. And it was just
Leadfoot.
Yeah, it was like, I'm gone.
That took off.
I was like, well, I know who's going to roll it first.
That sounds fun. Now you're gonna have your dad Bill pave you a go-kart track in the backyard.
Well, I mean, paving's a little out there. Well, yeah, we can ask our neighbors, I guess. And then, but we will, I guess, whenever the season comes around. Well, I guess whenever I have to mow it on Sunday, because it's going to be 72. Well, we'll have to
just
mow a little
track.
track.
Yeah,
I think that would be fun.
Well, sounds like a fun Christmas then at the Wesley household yesterday.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Good
At
stuff.
least I had a good time. I don't know about them.
I thought it was a good Christmas from our family standpoint. We had, I think the kids were in terms of gifts, they were the most satisfied they've ever been in a Christmas.
I think, yeah.
Right. So, Dusty, you'll like this. I'm going to need to get your input. Rayleigh got just a little projector.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
From Amazon. It wasn't a $40 projector. It's got the HDMI port, and so we plug in a Fire Stick in the back of it.
Okay.
And I was watching Thursday Night Football last night, cast on the projector on the wall, because we have Prime Video.
Yeah.
So then I started looking into how cool it would be to get an outdoor projector.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's warm, I can watch games outside.
Outside, sure.
Because you're an expert on projectors.
Yeah.
So I was looking on Amazon, and they have a Google TV projector.
Okay.
For $300, but they had a coupon code for it. Well, you could save $120. It was like a $350 projector for $170.
Okay.
Then an outdoor screen, $70.
One of those blow-up guys? Or
No, not a blow-up.
Oh,
It's not a blow-up. It's two stands, and it's basically a white canvas that you just Velcro strap on both stands.
Okay.
And it's a 120-inch screen that you have in your backyard. You're a projector expert. What do you think about that deal?
So
I don't need something with 10,000 lumens or whatever.
Well, so that's the thing. So on your projectors, your three things that you worry about: your lumens, which is basically just how big the bulb is, the distance you are throwing it, right, and so how close can you get that projector to the screen where it still fills the screen up,
right?
Because as you move back, that projector image gets larger, right, and so you still want to be at a good distance where it's still bright on the screen, and then you have ambient light. So if it's at dark, then you're pretty good. But if you have street lights and stuff, then even your lights on your house, all that interferes because most of the time with the projector that you probably got Rayleigh, right?
Yes.
They're gonna, in that advertisement or whatever, in that video, they're gonna be like, look how bright it is. Well, they're in a completely dark room.
Yeah. It's awesome for her little room.
Right.
It's
great. Yeah. And so the screen material matters a little bit because you can get HD fabric and whatnot. And then also, if you're going to rear throw it, usually you need a brighter projector because you have to push light through that screen.
Okay.
Versus casting it on it.
What does that mean? You see it from both sides?
Oh yeah. So rear throw means that you can set it behind it, like some churches have it, where it's like the projector is actually behind the screen and you're pushing light through the screen.
Right.
And usually that's used for scenery on fancier theaters and stuff. And then, like I said, some houses of worship have it and whatnot. But all that to say, your lumens is probably the most that you're looking at. So, if I were to bet, the one that Rayleigh has is probably around 30 to 50 lumens. So it's not too
What's
bright.
the best projector you will have lumen-wise?
Oh, I mean, the one I have sold, I think is right. The one I've actually sold and installed was 20,000, and there was two of them. It takes the same plug a dryer does.
Wow.
And those things fire up.
It takes a little bit for it to warm up and turn on.
Well, it was laser.
Okay.
Yeah, but it still took a little bit. You have to turn it on because even though it's laser, it's still the rest of the components get hot. But you hear the fans
20,000 lumens.
20,000, and I installed two of them.
And the one that we have is 50 lumens probably in Rayleigh's room.
Yeah. And it was bright, crisp. Your contrast ratio on anything is just, I think, the way I understand it, it's the number of colors you can fit between black and white on it. And so if your contrast ratio
That's what gives it its kind of dynamic picture?
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's whenever you have a red, it's is it your falcon red
or
versus
is it maroon
right.
or dark or bright red
right.
or blood red or apple Macintosh red or
exactly and and that matters on your shadows and stuff because as you move in the light the red will kind of change and so it gets more crisper of an image. And then your what is it? Oh, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Contrast ratio, the crispness of it. So LEDs, if you're looking at displays for a TV, the reason why QLEDs and your OLEDs are so great is that it's what's called true black. Because in a normal display or normal TV, the way they used to do it, a black is still lit by that pixel.
Okay.
The light is still turned on.
Mm-hmm.
In true black, it's off. And so it makes such for a crisper image.
Wow.
Because it's actually not producing light.
Is black.
Exactly. And so your contrast
ratio
goes way up because you get this true black out of it. And so if you ever look at the difference between like an older LED TV and like the OLED TVs, that's where it gets.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So all the ratings on the outdoor projectors that I was looking at were really good. 4.9 out of 5, 4.7 out of 5.
If you could just get the projector, I would go for that because I could probably hook you up with a screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I mean, we take down like old screens, and then all you got to do is build a frame and just like staple it.
Okay.
Because if you're not looking at anything fancy,
No.
right?
Something like, like it's a warm summer night.
Right.
Playing a little wiffle ball.
Well, I've also seen where you do a birthday party and they do like a drive-in where they bring their like little Power Wheels.
Yeah.
And they pull in.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and you
like a
cast
birthday
it up.
night.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And I got a little storage unit outside. I can store the screen in. Obviously not the projector, but the screen. And just roll it out or whatever when we need to use it. I mean, I think we got the setup. We're going to have to get this done.
And the only thing that you got to watch is your sound. Because there's a little speaker on a projector, which I wish they would just do away with because nobody likes listening to it.
So that's how Rayleigh's projector works, but it's okay. It's a small room.
Right.
The sound is fine. But you're right. You get outside.
Yeah.
You're further away. There's obviously more area
Yep, you're gonna
to cast
need
the sound
You're
in.
gonna need a nice
speaker.
Bluetooth or like a Sonos system where it's like you can cast to different speakers at different times.
We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay. I can take.
I know a guy. His name's Dusty.
You know a guy. He has a bunch of cheese on him.
Dusty went to Kroger on what is today? Friday. Went to Kroger on Wednesday, Christmas Eve.
I'm sorry.
And it wasn't. It was actually the Harrodsburg Kroger, and it wasn't bad at all. I mean, there were people in there, but it was fine. You ever been to the Harrodsburg Kroger?
Yeah.
It's unique. It's like it's a smaller than Danville's
It is,
Kroger,
it is.
which I get
Yeah.
it because
Yeah, yeah.
Harrisburg's smaller than Danville. It's
Right.
just like I've only been in there one time, and it was a long time ago, so I forgot what it looked like in there.
So is that still the original Kroger building where they used to have those glass like fronts, but they just redid the front?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like where the old Tractor Supply used to be was like the first Kroger.
Okay.
In Danville.
Yeah.
And it used to have that like unique front where it was like all glass. And it was basically just like a big greenhouse.
No, I really don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, are you talking about like how Dairy Queen has their sunrooms?
Or Wendy's?
Or Wendy's, the old Wendy's sunroom or whatever?
I think we still have it.
Yeah, we
on
may.
ours, yeah.
So I went in there. I was looking for a Christmas card, which I got, but I was looking for Reese Oreos because the guy that I was getting a Christmas card for, loves Reese's. I'm like, well, this would be like a unique gift.
Yeah.
They didn't have them in there. I don't know if it's a Walmart exclusive or what. They got them falling off the shelves at Walmart, but didn't have any at the Harrisburg Kroger. So I was looking for that, didn't find it, but I came across an Oreo we have not tried, and I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago on the show about how this is a new Oreo flavor coming out, and so I bought it when I was there. Cookie dough Oreo.
Okay.
The cream is flavored like cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, is it flavored like Oreo cookie dough?
No, it's like chocolate chip cookie dough Oreo, and then the cookie is a golden Oreo, I think, with like chocolate pieces in it. So it's like a chocolate chip cookie dough Oreo.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this because I like Oreo flavor, cookie dough flavored stuff.
Yeah, I'm a big cookie dough flavor too. Like cookie dough flavor ice cream, cookie dough flavor blizzards.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm with you.
Or just eating the cookie dough.
So we're trying this out Tuesday. I've got it in studio. Cookie dough flavored Oreo will be the 53rd Oreo that we've taste tested.
When are you going to just contact Oreo and tell them we're doing this?
Yeah, see,
and just having them ship it to us like directly.
Here's my problem. People on the internet are mean. And so if I'm like, hey, at Oreo, check out this or whatever I say, and then people are like, this is the dumbest thing ever. How could you have the graham cracker Oreos below the chocolate cream pie Oreos? Everyone
fine.
knows you're stupid, you idiot.
It's
You
just an
fat,
opinion.
dumb idiot. People are just mean for no reason on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like people being mean to me.
Why don't you
I'm a
just
softy.
Why don't you just write a handwritten letter to them or something, or like fax it to them?
I'm gonna handwrite a letter to Oreo like it's Santa.
Do an old Mitch Barnhart where you have to email it to them, like scan it on there and email it.
Yeah. At Oreo at customerservice.com or something like that.
Or how about you just get the listeners to be like, hey, this place always like recommends Oreos and we love it. You should send them your Oreos.
So we need a loyal listener of ours.
Listeners. You need to get
listeners.
more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
To contact Oreo. I'm sure I will eventually put the list because I've got it typed up. It's nicely formatted now, easily readable. But I'm just like afraid I put it on there and people will be like,
your chicken scratch, where it's like kind of written in there, then like
got
little
arrows
numbers
pointed here and there. I'm
Like
afraid
a
people will be
weird
like, "This is
bracket.
dumb, and you're dumb, and I hate you."
Well, I mean,
and I hope you die.
What is
you
it?
know, because that's what people do on the internet.
But I mean, was it Matt Jones always says it's like you're like your listeners. If you like, half of them hate you and half of them love you. You know you're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And because I mean, like the people that still hate you and think you're dumb and fat and stupid they're still listening, and that counts towards what you need to do, right?
Yeah. Joke's on you.
Right. It's exactly it.
Thanks for my paycheck, haters.
Yeah. Who cares what they think at that point? Because I mean, they're tuning in. Yeah. So I mean, if they don't like our Oreos, they can dispute it. That's fine.
They can do their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody care about your list.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, man. Well, I don't care. You have poor taste.
Yeah. All right, Dusty. What do we got in music?
Oh, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I'll let you prepare. I do have a commercial break,
Okay,
so we'll step aside, come back. We'll let Dusty give us a true Kentucky music preview this morning.
Oh, this is the worst Christmas song. I'm sorry.
This is Paul McCartney.
It is the worst Christmas song.
All right, we'll have Dusty give us some music, concerts, what's going on, coming up next.
A wonderful Christmas time.
Stacy, and I live in Harrodsburg.
Who did you work with Welch Homes Real Estate?
Rosalind Drury. Oh, it was wonderful. We talked about exactly what I was looking for in a home, and she worked super hard. She was really good. I would highly recommend Rosalind Drury. She is amazing and gives 110%.
Welcome home with Welch Homes. Serving Boyle County seniors.
At A Gathering Place, we promote independence for senior citizens and adults with special needs through social, recreational, nutritional, and wellness programs that enhance quality of life. The activities that we offer are designed to keep seniors active and involved, offer socialization, promote friendship, encourage mental fitness, and positively impact overall health and wellness. To find out more, visit us at agatheringplace.org or follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
At the Kentucky Opioid Response Effort, we are committed to supporting quality providers and programs that benefit Kentuckians. Because of this work, we know there are quality services and supports out there right now. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment and recovery options that are right for you.
This is a message from Teen Kentucky, sponsored by the Office of Drug Control Policy and aired by this station.
In the heart of Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Mercer Stone Company is shaping driveways and dreams. Supplying quality stone with local dedication, these folks know a thing or two about building from the ground up. With friendly service and a commitment to getting your project done right, you'll find the materials and know-how you need. And lay the foundation for your next great project with Mercer Stone Company today. We will rock you.
Bad decisions limit future options. Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Scammers send text messages to trick you into providing information like your debit card or passwords. This is called smishing. Don't click text messages, links, or call phone numbers you don't know. When in doubt, delete.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
A traffic stop resulted in a drug bust. It happened on Sunday, where Boyle County deputies conducted a traffic stop in Perryville after they saw a vehicle being driven recklessly. During the course of the investigation, K-9 Bruno was deployed and alerted deputies to the presence of narcotics in that vehicle. The investigation showed around 2¼ ounces of suspected methamphetamine that led to the arrest of Willisburg native Christopher Clark, who was arrested and lodged in the Boyle County Jail. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife's Christmas for the Fishes program begins today. The Christmas tree recycling program allows people to recycle their live Christmas trees. Those trees are then put back into Kentucky's lakes and streams, which allow cover for fish. There are 37 drop-off locations in the state, the closest to us being the Garrett County Conservation Office. They'll be accepting tree donations through January 16th. 2 men in Washington County have been arrested after a woman died from a suspected drug overdose. It happened on Sunday when a man from a home on Pleasant Grove Loop called 911 and told them a woman had overdosed. Deputies responded and found that woman who had died. Investigators found paraphernalia and evidence consistent with drug use and suspected heroin as well. Alex Hamilton and Charles Drury were arrested in connection to that and were charged with possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. They were lodged in the Marion County Jail. A federal judge has ruled in favor of Kentucky and 19 other states, demanding that federal funding for housing support be restored through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. In November, Kentucky joined a lawsuit that focused on proposed changes to the Continuum of Care program. That's a federal program that directs funding to keep families with children, seniors, veterans, and disabled persons housed. The changes would have put a 30% cap on funding that states can receive, and Kentucky was at risk of losing 70% of the more than $15 million that had already been approved. That funding will now be returned to those states. Flu season is underway, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting a nearly 15% increase in flu A cases in the last 2 weeks alone. Experts at the University of Kentucky say that the peak season is still yet to arrive. UK infectious disease expert Dr. Nicholas Van Sickles says the best way to fight it is to wash hands, sanitize before cooking, and take at-home tests, as well as increase airflows during holiday meals and get-togethers. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Discover Danville's newest dining option, the Fairways Restaurant, now open to the public. Enjoy lunch Tuesday through Friday, Saturday brunch, and dinner Wednesday through Saturday, with prime rib night every Thursday. Our full menu features everything from burgers to steaks, plus daily specials. Offered in an elevated setting, the Fairways Restaurant provides an intimate and unique dining experience. Find the Fairways at the Danville Country Club, now available to anyone who makes a reservation. The Fairways Restaurant, where everyone's welcome.
Everyone at Carnes Auto Care Tire and Service Center send best wishes for a joyous holiday season and a prosperous new year. Carnes Auto Care thanks you for your business. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Carnes Auto Care Tire and Service Center, Danville.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Rayleigh, brought to you by our friends over at the Ready Care Clinic in Danville, Lexington Avenue, Save-A-Lot Shopping Center. They're accepting new patients for primary care. Their services combine the convenience of urgent care, routine checkups, preventative screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management to support your long-term health and wellness at the Ready Care Clinic. 50-50 chance of rain showers today. I'm seeing sunshine break through right now. Cloudy, high of 66, a low of 52. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and 64. Sunday, mostly cloudy and 72. Right now, it's 60 degrees in Danville. Friday, the 26th day of Christmas. Of December.
This is the whole month of Christmas, everybody.
The whole month of Christmas.
Yeah.
The countdown is on. 364 days.
Oh, yeah.
Until Christmas 2026. Charlie came in here.
Yeah.
Did a little fact checking for us.
Yeah, apparently it's just the first Kroger I remember is where the Tractor Supply was. But the first one in Danville apparently was over there next, what was it, where the parking garage
The parking garage is.
Yeah, the downtown parking garage.
I'm trying to remember things when I was a little kid in Danville.
Do you remember Piggly Wiggly?
I do remember Piggly Wiggly.
It's over there where Save-A-Lot is now,
yes,
right?
That was a Piggly Wiggly location, and I remember Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie, which where's what is that? Burt's or something?
Burke's Outlet or Bill's or Burke's there in the manor.
Yeah, I remember Winn-Dixie.
Do you remember there was a little Hawaiian shaved ice shed in the Danville Manor parking lot? And I think it ended up turning from a shaved ice shack into a place you could get your photos developed. Do you remember that?
Is that where the greenhouse is now?
I don't think so. I think it was a little bit further down.
A little further down?
Yeah.
I don't remember the shaved
I
ice place.
remember that vaguely. I remember the Save-A-Lot being where Danville City Hall was, or is now.
And I remember Food Lion out there where
Food Lion was great.
Peddlers Mall. Well, Vendor Village, I think is what it's called now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Food Lion was good.
I remember vaguely Walmart being where Big Lots was.
I do remember
is,
that.
Again, is now.
Yeah. And then it moved, and then what was it before? Did it become Big Lots, or I thought there was something in between it? Did Winn-Dixie move out there?
I don't know. People, our older listeners are screaming.
Yeah, they're screaming at the radio.
They're giving all kinds of exclamations. Fiddlesticks! You all are wrong.
Snickle frets.
I obviously remember the Danville theaters
Oh,
being
yeah.
in the manor. And then I remember an elementary school called Jenny Rogers. Rest in peace, Jenny Rogers Elementary School. I salute you.
We were driving past, what is that? First Christian? No, it's that white church across from CVS now.
Yes.
The white brick or whatever?
Yeah, it's Methodist Church.
Yeah, and so I was like, you know.
2nd Street Methodist, I think is what it's
That's
called.
what it's called. I was like, because on the side of it, it's like, man, because, you know, whenever you get like a pressure washer, you're just like, oh, man, I can pressure wash all this stuff now. And then, but I was like, oh, no. I was like, that one was built with bricks that on site that they bought from like a Sears Roebuck catalog. And Monica was like, how do you know that? The reason I know it is because at Jenny Rogers, there's that little like timeline or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, and so that was one of the facts.
They have like the history of some of the buildings and stuff in Danville, walking down the hallway of Jenny Rogers.
Exactly. And so I've been in there many times, and I read that little thing, and it just stuck in my head now. The random facts of useless stuff.
I remember when CVS was flipped the other way. Do you remember when CVS faced the hospital? The entrance faced the hospital.
I remember when that used to be a floral shop in an apartment.
I don't remember that.
Because they didn't have all that stuff. They tore all that down. The only reason I remember that is because Monica's best friend lived in that apartment.
Where CVS was?
Yeah. There was no. It was like one of those. You know, it was just like a apartment.
Okay, just like one room,
right,
up above this business.
Up above the business that you would rent out. Yeah. So because they both went to Center, and that's where she stayed.
Okay.
Instead of staying on campus, that she stayed at that apartment, and we would frequent that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The apartment above the floral shop.
Yeah.
Good Danville memories.
Good Danville memories.
Sparked on by Charlie.
Okay, speaking of Danville memories, my niece has a new boyfriend. And the only reason we found this out is she didn't bring him this year.
How old is your niece?
Well, I think she's in her 20s now.
Okay, right.
Yeah. But so she texted him and was like, hey, because she didn't have a vehicle. She rode with my nephew. And she was like, hey, I'm ready. Can you come get me? Because the boyfriend didn't come because he's fairly new.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Not bring to family functions new.
Okay. Got to have a couple more months under your belt.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Especially when you have to deal with our family.
Gotcha.
And so then he popped up and I was like, wow, that was super quick. I was like, how did that happen? Apparently, this gentleman is part of the crew that hangs out in the Walmart parking lot with their trucks.
Okay.
And that's a red flag to me. that is a red flag to me.
How did your niece meet him?
I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't ask that part.
Is she in the trucks at the Walmart parking lot?
Well, she is now, apparently.
Yeah, her boyfriend goes there.
But I always thought that crew, because it used to be the Danville Manor.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they got kicked out of the Manor.
I think maybe they're rival crews.
Oh, you think there's truck territories?
Only separated by the bypass.
She was from the Manor. He was from Walmart.
It was a love story that was meant to be. Rival Truck Cruise, rated PG-13, in theaters this summer.
It's called Pavement Princesses.
We always hung out in the Lexington Avenue Baptist Church parking lot when I was in high school. I can't say anything about parking lot hater-outers. We called it the chill spot. None of us drove trucks. We all drove run-down, raggedy vehicles and pulled our lawn chairs out of our trunks and just sat around.
The old fold-out ones?
Yes, and just hung out.
In the church parking lot?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You knew nothing bad was going on there. It was a church parking lot.
Yeah. Wait, did you hang out like near the church, or was it that lower one?
It was the lower level.
Okay. So it's fairly away from the church
Yeah,
parking
it was like
lot.
the second level down. You can't see us from 4th Street above. You can't really see. You'd have to turn and rubberneck and turn your head to the left from Shankertown Road from 3rd Street. So we were in between, kind of a safe little spot.
Please drive past that, and they're like, "Oh no, we're good there. We're
That's
good."
the chill spot crew.
Yeah.
And you see those two kids? Their dad's the pastor at First Baptist. They're up to complete good, and that's it.
All it is just a bunch of pastors' kids hanging out in a church parking lot.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, but I mean, so I just like back in our high school days, it was the Danville Manor crew or whatever, and you would just hear all kinds of weird stuff going on out there, where they would like hook up the trucks to each other and try to pull them apart or something. And it's like none of them made payments on their trucks, and it was all owned by their parents.
Being teenagers, though.
But that's the thing; they are in their 20s. Yeah, right. Well, I'm assuming. I guess. I mean, he could still be in high school, which, I mean, that's another red flag, Alex. Like, come on.
I hope Alex isn't. Alex, I'm all for this relationship. I don't want. This is Dusty talking about.
Okay,
this is Uncle Dusty.
Okay, if Rayleigh says, "Hey, I met this boy," and he hangs out in the parking lot in his Pavement Princess truck,
I would say, well,
you're gonna be all for it.
I have to talk to Rebecca. I hung out in the parking lot, and look how I turned out.
It's one of those jacked up trucks with like the lights underneath, and it hasn't seen mud or dirt or any work at all. Like he doesn't take it to work, right?
I don't know how I would feel.
Yeah.
Ask me that question again in like 12 years.
Like, okay, she's going to be working so that way he can have his rap career, right?
Okay.
On 98.1 The Bull.
All right.
See?
I know
you wouldn't like that. All right.
His rap career on 98.1. All right, what do we got in music?
In real music, because you're listening to the good radio station, not that other one, where we introduce you to real music. Lee Carroll and friends will be at Kenwick Table tonight. This is Friday the 26th. Yeah, so you can go see him tonight. Lee Carroll and his friends came up and played for the last Brass Band Festival. He was the second act.
Okay.
So it was Lee Carroll on keys and two gentlemen with sax. And I actually knew both the sax players. It was Future K, which is also we call Kirby, and then Jonathan something rather. He looks like a hobo now, but it's fine. He still plays good sax. But he's going to be down there at Kenwick Table. Excellent musicians. He always surrounds himself with awesome musicians. So go see that at Kenwick Table tonight. And then Come As You Aren't, which is a Nirvana tribute show featuring the Bedford Band. That is going to be at the Burl tonight. So if you're a big Nirvana fan, or at least, you know, that grunge 90s era.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah. So I'm sure, and you know, we've previewed Bedford before, so you know that they're great musicians. Mm-hmm. And I really like that the Burl's doing this usually near the end of the year. They have all these tribute shows, which are a lot of fun. Because usually it means that they bring in, like, Bedford's kind of the main band, but usually there's, like, featured guests that come in and sit in with them. And so it's going to be just a good time had by all. And then Ray Davis Music will be at the Burl Saturday along with Bedford, who's actually going to be playing their own stuff for Bedford. And then Sunday, this is what we are previewing. It is an old rodeo. It is a John Prine tribute at the Burl. And so they have different artists that come in. I don't know if this gentleman will be here that we are previewing, but it is an excellent cover that I've been jamming to this year because I'm a big John Prine fan. I've seen him, I think, 3 times. I want to say.
Okay.
No, I can think of at least twice. I want to say
he died though, right?
He did. Yeah. But I got to see him before he went. Excellent songwriter. And then, like, most of the time, it's like one of those, like, you don't realize that he has that he wrote all these songs that you've actually heard, because he's an excellent songwriter. His voice is, more if you like it or you don't. It's kind of one of those, like a Bob Dylan, right?
Yeah,
like good songwriting, but maybe his voice is kind of odd. But that's John Prine. And so every year they have done this tribute show for John Prine because an old rodeo, right? Like paint me a poster of an old rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they get it from.
Okay.
But they're going to be having it at the Burl this Sunday. And so the song I picked out is called Sweet Revenge.
Yeah, Sweet Revenge by Eli Howard.
Yes, this is a cover by Eli Howard. Again, I don't know if he'll actually be there, but it's just an excellent song.
Here it is, Kentucky Music
I got
Preview.
kicked off a Noah's Ark. I turned my cheek to unkind remarks. There was two of everything, but one of me. When the rains came tumbling down, I held my breath and I stood my ground. And I watched the ship go sailing out to sea. Take it back, oh no, you can't say that. All of my friends are not dead or in jail. Through rock and through stone, the black wind still moans. Sweet revenge without fail. Drove an English teacher half insane, making up jokes about bicycle spokes and red balloons.
Eli Howard and the Greater Good, a tribute to John Prine.
DJ.
Go ahead, Dusty. Go ahead, Dusty. Walk the dog.
And now the radio plays on my favorite tune.
If Eli Howard can't make it in, Dusty, they can have you stand in as the double for Eli Howard. You sound just like him.
Thank you. I'll take it. We're in jail.
There, Dale.
Yeah.
Eli Howard and the Greater Good. Sweet Revenge, the name
Sweet
of the song.
Revenge name. Margot Price also does an excellent version of this song as well. But I just like the song overall. Sweet Revenge is pretty good.
Yeah.
Drove an English teacher half insane, making up jokes about bicycle spokes and red balloons.
Kentucky Music Preview. We got a commercial break to hit. Dusty, appreciate you being on.
No problem, Joe.
All right. See you later.
Love you.
And now, here's a message from Morrison Bottom at Gethsemane Baptist Church in Danville.
Lord, you are so wonderful, and you provide so much. We ask for blessings upon those that seek to preach your word. Those that hear, Father, we know just going to church doesn't save us, but it sure does help lives when we worship you together. All glory belongs to thee, Father. Amen.
A message from Gethsemane Baptist Church in Danville, across from Berkman Mill.
Hi, this is Pim Pfister-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, here to wish you and yours a joyous holiday season filled with love and a new year filled with peace and prosperity. Merry Christmas from everyone at Wedding Planning with Pim.
Do you need a loan to start that new home remodeling project? Maybe you are buying a new home or refinancing your existing home. Whatever type of loan you need, Farmers National Bank is here to help you. Getting started is easy. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford, and talk to a member of our lending staff. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Some restrictions may apply. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Everyone at J&K Automotive sends best wishes for a joyous holiday season. Come on down and see us, U.S. Highway 127, Junction City.
This is Maverick. Come see my dad at J&K Automotive, Junction City. You'll be glad you did. Merry Christmas.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Rayleigh Joe. Thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top of the line collision And auto body repair, head to the mechanics over at Dabs Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repair, cell damage, paintless tint repair, Danville Auto Body Shop. Cloudy skies, 50-50 chance of rain, 66 is the high, 52 is the low. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, and 64. Sunday, mostly cloudy and 72. Right now, it's 8:56 and a half in the morning.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
The gardener.
What's going on, Joe Show?
I'm doing all right, James.
You have a good Christmas?
Very good.
Okay.
It was very good, yeah. Good time was had by all. Ate breakfast, a pretty big breakfast in the morning, then went out, and new Christmas Eve and Christmas Day tradition for me, James, shooting basketball in shorts.
All right.
Keep this going now. 65 degrees on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Can't miss that.
Shot some basketball last 2 days with Jack, and then went over to my parents' house and ate dinner over there. It was really like a late lunch, early dinner. Played some Christmas games. So it was a good time. It's a good time. What about yours?
It was good. It was good. The grandgirls, they came by, and it's amazing. It seems like every time I see them, they've grown 2 inches.
Getting taller and taller.
Getting taller every time, and so they came by, because their gifts were there, and hung out with them, for 2 or 3 hours, and then I took off and I went to my brother's house because his wife's family was there, so I went over and I hung out with them until maybe like 5 o'clock, and man, just ate way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you are one of those that likes to check your weight, today's not the day to do that.
No, pass.
Because I did that today. And I wish I wouldn't have.
Right.
I mean, like, the amount of weight that it's so easy. It's so hard to lose weight, but it's so easy and a lot more fun to gain it.
Oh, man, because when I went to the doctor, let's say Tuesday, first thing they said, okay, Mr. Ross, we need you to go back here and, let's get your weight. So I went back there, and stood on the scale. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh, Lord. Is that me?
Wait a minute. You're weighing me with my shoes on. Can I take my shoes off, please?
And that's what I told him, because I had long johns on. I had
I got a lot of layers on.
So when I came back home, when I thought about it again, I said, let me check my weight, because by this time I'd got rid of all that stuff, and I was like, I was 10 pounds less.
Oh, yeah.
So I felt a lot better.
You felt better about yourself. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So, hey, James, we do have top hour news coming.
Sure.
If you can hang through the top hour news, we can get you on 9:10 after the news, and we'll get a gardening tip from you. How's that sound?
It's all good.
Yeah, that way, look, we're running on fumes, basically, on our radio show material. Our websites are both down for the Christmas holiday. So I have to stretch out my material as long as I can. So, James, if you can hang out with us through the top hour news.
Sure.
We'll get a gardening tip with you.
That's all good.
All right, good. That'll be coming up after our 9 o'clock in the morning news right here in the Joe Show on 103.9 FM. WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. I'm going to go reheat my cup of coffee, replenish my coffee mug, and we got one more hour to go. 9 o'clock in the morning is here. Here's top hour news.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump says the U.S. has launched attacks on alleged ISIS targets in Nigeria. More from Mark Mayfield.
In a Truth Social post, Trump said the strikes targeted terrorists who were involved in the killing of Christians. The president went on saying there would be many more dead terrorists if the killing of Christians continues. In a post on X, U.S. Africa Command said it conducted a strike that killed multiple terrorists at the request of Nigerian officials.
The National Weather Service is calling for another round of wet weather to push into parts of Southern California today. Meanwhile, in the northern part of the state, thousands spent part of their Christmas without power due to high winds.
I stayed up till about 1 or 2 in the morning because I had to plug in my fridge. I had to get everything going because I had to cook Christmas breakfast, and I did not want to lose that food.
Redwood City resident Jillian Marolich said she pulled out a portable generator used for camping when she lost her electricity at 11:45 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency in several counties, including Los Angeles, after the region saw heavy rainfall on Christmas Day with flash flood warnings posted up and down the coast. A grand jury is declining to indict the man accused of shooting 2 students at Kentucky State University earlier this month. An attorney representing Jacob Bard claimed he had video showing Bard was protecting his family after a group of 20 to 30 people gathered at a KSU dorm building and some began attacking his son. King Charles is calling for unity in his Christmas speech, saying it can be accomplished through the great diversity of our communities.
We can find the strength to ensure that right triumphs over wrong. It seems to me that we need to cherish the values of compassion and reconciliation.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-881-9898. 800-881-9898. 800-881-9898.
Israel announced on Thursday that it had carried out a military operation that killed a senior commander in Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Blake Sifton, with more on the strike inside Lebanon.
A joint statement by the Israeli military and the Shin Bet Domestic Intelligence Agency said that an Israeli drone strike in northeast Lebanon killed a commander in Iran's Quds force, who they allege was involved in planning attacks from Lebanon and Syria. The Quds Force is the branch of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps involved in foreign operations. Accusing Hezbollah of trying to rearm and rebuild their capabilities in southern Lebanon, Israel has been carrying out near-daily airstrikes against Hezbollah in recent months, but strikes targeting Iranian operatives in Lebanon have been rare.
A look back at some of the top political stories of this year. Here's Matt Mattinson.
2025 started off with Donald Trump being sworn in as the 47th President of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States. So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
Trump became just the second president in U.S. history to serve non-consecutive terms. He followed through on his promise of mass deportations of illegal immigrants, ordering the National Guard to help with operations in Los Angeles and elsewhere. Trump appointed Elon Musk to head DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, to identify wasteful spending. Trump and Musk would have a very public falling out over Trump's big, beautiful spending bill, which eventually passed. During their feud, Musk claimed Trump is mentioned in the Jeffrey Epstein FBI files.
We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do.
President Trump went to the Supreme Court a lot during 2025, asking the High Court to overturn decisions made by lower court judges. And the year closed out with the longest government shutdown ever, coming to an end after 43 days.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Now, here's the morning Sean Hannity update.
A lot of people, the way they're making their living is they're saying the most incendiary, outrageous, bizarre, conspiratorial, in some cases outright racist, white nationalist, virulent anti-Semitism, and they make money off the, quote, clicks that they can then monetize because people like the shock value of it. And that's why I'm urging all of you in this, just be selective. If you hear people that you know are racist, do you really want to associate with those people? I don't. Or people that are hateful, anti-Semitic people, I don't want to associate with them either. Or people that push and peddle conspiracy theories. I don't want to hear any of that either. But there's plenty of that toxicity out there.
Join Sean later today right here on the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, you've heard me talk about Ease, the official health solution, right here on the Sean Hannity Show. Now that all the noise about Obamacare subsidies is thankfully behind us, at least for now, I want you and your family to focus on the best health care for the best price. Now, Ease Total Comprehensive Health is great for small business owners, and it also is better coverage for a lower price than what they're offering from the government. It's not insurance, it's better. It has no deductibles, no out-of-network nonsense. It costs much less than traditional plans. It comes with a free service that will help everyone find the best care. Plus, the folks that distribute Ease will show you how to stay compliant with the ACA. Now, if you own or work for a small business, you got to check out this company. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your family. You owe it to your employees. Call them now, 888-888-EASE-123. Or go to their website, easeforeveryone.com/Sean. 888-EASE-123.
Hello, this is Superintendent Mark Way with Boyle County Schools. As we celebrate the holiday season, I want to thank our students, families, and staff in this incredible community for your continued support. Together, we've made this semester one to remember, filled with growth, learning, and excellence in everything. May your holidays be safe, joyful, and spent with those you love. From all of us at Boyle County Schools, happy holidays and go Rebels.
Keep your home cozy with Southern Heating and Cooling, as your comfort is their priority. And right now is the time to take advantage of their Maintenance Fall Special, a $99 value for only $75. System not working at all? Then take advantage of the Hometown Radio Listener Service Call discount for only $50, a $75 value. They offer veteran, first responder, and clergy discounts too. Locally, family, and veteran owned, and easy to book online. Go to southernheatingcooling.com or call 859-324-2770.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. A traffic stop resulted in a drug bust. It happened on Sunday, where Boyle County deputies conducted a traffic stop in Perryville after they saw a vehicle being driven recklessly. During the course of the investigation, K-9 Bruno was deployed and alerted deputies to the presence of narcotics in that vehicle. The investigation showed around 2¼ ounces of suspected methamphetamine that led to the arrest of Willisburg native Christopher Clark, who was arrested and lodged in the Boyle County Jail. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife's Christmas for the Fishes program begins today. The Christmas tree recycling program allows people to recycle their live Christmas trees. Those trees are then put back into Kentucky's lakes and streams, which allow cover for fish. There are 37 drop-off locations in the state, the closest to us being the Garrett County Conservation Office. They'll be accepting tree donations through January 16th. 2 men in Washington County have been arrested after a woman died from a suspected drug overdose. It happened on Sunday when a man from a home on Pleasant Grove Loop called 911 and told them a woman had overdosed. Deputies responded and found that woman who had died. Investigators found paraphernalia and evidence consistent with drug use and suspected heroin as well. Alex Hamilton and Charles Drury were arrested in connection to that and were charged with possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. They were lodged in the Marion County Jail. A federal judge has ruled in favor of Kentucky and 19 other states, demanding that federal funding for housing support be restored through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. In November, Kentucky joined a lawsuit that focused on proposed changes to the Continuum of Care program. That's a federal program that directs funding to keep families with children, seniors, veterans, and disabled persons housed. The changes would have put a 30% cap on funding that states can receive, and Kentucky was at risk of losing 70% of the more than $15 million that had already been approved. That funding will now be returned to those states. Flu season is underway, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is reporting a nearly 15% increase in flu A cases in the last 2 weeks alone. Experts at the University of Kentucky say that the peak season is still yet to arrive. UK infectious disease expert Dr. Nicholas Van Sickles says the best way to fight it is to wash hands, sanitize before cooking, and take at-home tests, as well as increase airflows during holiday meals and get-togethers. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Radio Network. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Hey there, Little Rayleigh, brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or decal fast? Of course you do. The owners and operators have always got you covered at the Little Sign Shop, doing full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, logo design. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them, 859-238-7391. 50-50 chance of rain. Most of that will be this afternoon. Cloudy sky. 66 is the high. 52 is the low. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 64. Sunday, mostly cloudy, 72 is the high Sunday. But you got wind gusts, James, up over 25 miles per hour at times on Sunday.
With 75 mile an hour.
Yeah, with 72 degrees.
72 degrees.
Yeah, 25 miles per hour. I like it. The only problem is I'm out shooting basketball with Jack. It's tough to shoot jump shots when you get 25 mile per hour wind gust coming at you.
It just may...
gives you a good excuse for why you're missing.
Right, that's right, because it veered off just a little bit.
That was the wind's fault. I didn't miss that. That was good if there was no wind.
Right.
And then cold front comes in Sunday night, drops temperatures. Monday, you get 40 as a high. Right now, it's 9:12 in the morning. James the Gardener's in studio. James, today is the birthday of my father-in-law. Kinzel Swihart is his name. Kinzel and Susan, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, came in yesterday early in the morning. They got to our house at 7 o'clock in the morning, Christmas morning, right as the kids were waking up. So it was like perfect timing. Kids are up, about to open their gifts, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law walk in. And today is my father-in-law's birthday. 68 years old today, my father-in-law. And Rebecca says he likes this song by the Kentucky Headhunters, Spirit in the Sky, which is originally a Norman Greenbaum song. This is a cover by the Headhunters, Spirit in the Sky. But I figured I'd give my favorite father-in-law a birthday song. We only do this for the most special of listeners. The birthday song is sung by Dusty. You know, we're professional sound editors here at the radio station.
Yes, you are.
I mean, we're good at it.
Yes, you are.
And I put my skill on full display here.
All right.
This is as good as it gets. Birthday song from my father-in-law, Kinzel Swihart. Here it is.
Happy birthday to
Kinzel Swihart.
Happy birthday to
Kinzel Swihart.
Happy birthday
Kinzel Swihart.
Happy birthday
Kinzel Swihart. See, I told you, we're good at editing sound.
You're very skilled.
We know what we're doing.
Yes, you are.
So happy birthday to Kinzel. Hope he has a great birthday. He's spending it in Danville. So it can't be any better than that.
That's right.
I think we're taking him out to lunch. If I understood Rebecca correctly yesterday, and oftentimes I don't understand her correctly,
right?
And she'll let you know. That's my fault.
That's right.
It's a lack of communication skill on her. No, it's a lack of hearing and listening.
That's what I was just going to say that. That's what I told you. You didn't hear.
How many times do I have to tell you, Joe? So if I understand her correctly, we're going out to lunch. James the Gardener's in studio with us to give us a gardening tip. We played your theme music, James, in the 8 o'clock in the morning hour. We held the gardening tip over to the 9 o'clock in the morning hour. James, what's the gardening tip for today?
Well, hopefully, because I've been talking about it for the last 2 or 3 months that, January's coming up, all the different things that you probably could, go ahead and get out there because right now, between Christmas and New Year's, like I said, there's a lot of places that are getting rid of plants. There's a lot of places getting rid of seeds because the new 2026 seeds should be coming in here in probably the next week or so. So now's a great time to go out there and get those deals because you might be able, because I've seen some, like say in Dollar General, there's like 59 cents a pack, and that's a really good deal for some plants. So try to go to some of these places like Lowe's and the big box stores that sell seeds and try to grab up, the 2025 seeds because next year's seeds prices. With all the stuff that's going on, they may be $5 a pack next year. So try to get all those seeds that you can now, especially if you're one of those people who just love to have different color, around your home, or if you're trying to give some color to a neighbor or a friend or a relative or whoever who it might be. And like I say, the basic thing that you need to know is to read what's on the back of the package because it'll tell you how long, once you stick it in the ground, how long it's going to take for it to, to sprout up a little bit. and then it also tell you that you need to water so often. You need to, whatever the instructions are, just read those over. So this way, come March or April, those flowers will start coming up. And, like I said, you've saved, no telling how much money.
Garden with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on The Joe Show at this time. James, appreciate you being on.
No problem, Joe.
New Year's Eve is coming up, James.
Yes, sir.
Next Wednesday. What do you think, James, is the top New Year's Eve activity that you can do?
Besides go to sleep.
Well, no, that's one of the choices.
Oh, that's one of the choices, yeah, because I can't remember the last time I stayed awake until midnight.
All right.
Waiting on New Year's to pop up. So,
okay. Yeah.
No, sleep is number one.
All right, that's number one for you.
Yeah.
A poll of 3,000 Americans found that the top thing that we want to do on New Year's Eve, among all the things that you could possibly do, the top thing that you want to do, stay home and watch Netflix.
Good idea.
We all, not all, but 35% of the people polled, which is interesting because you would think that like most people want to go to a New Year's Eve party.
Right.
But 35% of people polled among 3,000 Americans agreed watching Netflix is the thing that they want to do the most on New Year's Eve. 24% said they want to go to a New Year's Eve party. So 11% more people said, forget the New Year's Eve party. I don't want to deal with people.
Right.
I want to sit at home on my couch under my blankie.
And chill
and
out.
Watch some Netflix.
Yeah.
James, you said sleep.
Yeah.
Number 3 was get some sleep.
Yeah.
20% of people would rather just make sure they're in bed before midnight. Good
That's
night
right.
to catch up on some sleep.
That's right.
Number 4, scroll through social media on your phone. 10% picked that. The remaining 11%, if you're adding up, said no preference. If you combine social media and streaming together, it means that almost half of us polled think that staring at a screen is the best possible thing to do on New Year's Eve.
Well, I may take a peek at it, and see if there's anything new. And
newsworthy or whatever.
Yeah, and I may post something for New Year's or something, but then after that, I'm pretty much done until next morning.
Yeah. The poll also found, James, 1 in 4 people would rather see their dentist than go to a New Year's Eve party.
Yes.
Now, I want people to hear this. 1 in 4 is 25%.
Yeah.
24% of people said they would rather go to a New Year's Eve party, which means literally more people said, I would rather go to the dentist than go to a New Year's Eve party.
I can think of a lot of other things to do besides go see a dentist on New Year's.
So what would you rather do? Go to the dentist or go to a New Year's Eve party? What would you rather do?
Probably neither one of them.
No, you have to pick one.
Okay, to pick one.
It's one or the other.
Okay, well, I would rather go to a New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would rather do that, too.
Because
I don't know if I hate people that much.
Right.
It's just like I hate being around people that much. I'd rather go get like a root canal than go to a New Year's Eve party.
That is not starting a year off right.
I would rather just be around people.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that like more people would rather see their dentist than go to a New Year's Eve party. That's how little people look forward to going to New Year's Eve parties, I guess.
That's
staggering.
I guess that's, in other words, just going to stay home.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the best way to say that.
James the Gardener. Gardener with James. Appreciate you being on here this morning, James.
No problem, Joe.
9:20 in the morning. We got sports coming your way next on The Joe Show. And Gary Fogle has Kentucky sports memories. We're heading towards 9:30. Cloudy skies, 61 degrees in Danville.
What fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A
Attention retirement savers. A top U.S. bank predicts a 2025 recession as tariffs rattle markets. According to reports, 2025 recession risk just increased significantly. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are turning to award-winning precious metals company, Goldco. Goldco is offering you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, you can get an unlimited instant match and bonus silver for qualified accounts. Call 855-969-GOLD. Find out how you can help diversify your savings. Tax and penalty free today. That's 855-969-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
3 Christmas Day NFL games, and an Oakland A's player inks a big-time deal. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Friday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where modern NFL teams almost never win the way the Minnesota Vikings did yesterday. The Vikings became the third team in the past 40 years to finish with fewer than 10 net passing yards in a win, riding a stellar performance from their defense and place kicker Will Reichard in a 23-10 win over the Lions, with rookie quarterback Max Brosmer making his second career start and 3 starting offensive linemen sidelined by injury. The Vikings managed just 3 net passing yards. Their total stood at -7 net passing yards until Brosmer and wide receiver Justin Jefferson connected for 10 yards in the Vikings' final throw of the night. The only other team that have won games with fewer than 10 net passing yards over the past 40 years, the 1987 St. Louis Cardinals and the 2006 Houston Texans. It's even rarer for a team to win by a double-digit margin. You have to go back even further to find that. 1974, the loss for the Lions eliminates them from playoff contention. In the early Christmas afternoon game, the Dallas Cowboys had every excuse for starting the game with a thud. Instead, they roared out in front and made the most of a road trip on Christmas Day. Dak Prescott threw for 307 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys took control at the outset against Washington by reaching the end zone in each of the first 3 possessions for a 30-23 win yesterday over Washington. Both teams were previously already eliminated from the playoffs, which severely lessened the significance of this matchup between longtime NFC East rivals. But you couldn't tell that from the Cowboys' perspective, who raced to a 21-3 lead. The Commanders did cut the gap to a touchdown on 3 different occasions, but they couldn't complete the comeback and absorb their 10th loss in the last 11 games. And in the nightcap last night, Broncos coach Sean Payton sent his offense back onto the field on 4th down last night. The ball inside the Chiefs' 10-yard line and less than 2 minutes left on the clock, and no intention of ever snapping it. Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones didn't know that, and when he jumped and the offsides penalty gave Denver a fresh set of downs, Bo Nix needed a mere 3 more plays to hit R.J. Harvey with a go-ahead touchdown pass and a 2013 win last night. One secured when the Broncos made one last stop in their closing seconds at their end of the field. Now the Broncos are one step closer to locking up the AFC West, which they can do while at home if Houston beats the Chargers on Saturday. They'll also have a chance to still land the number 1 seed in first-round playoff bye. And in Major League Baseball, it's a holly jolly Christmas for Oakland A's fans. According to multiple reports, the notoriously stingy team has given left-handed slugger Tyler Soderstrom, who's 24, a 7-year extension worth $86 million. It's the largest contract by total value in team history. It breaks the previous mark of $67 million the A's gave to pitcher Luis Severino a year ago. Soderstrom was a key cog in the A's offense that finished the 2025 season above league average in runs, home runs, batting average, OPS, and total bases. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Oh, triple treat, how lovely are your pizzas. The Triple Treat Box from Pizza Hut is back. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and dessert starting at $19.99. Oh, triple treat, heck yeah, we gonna eat some. The Triple Treat Box, available for a limited time only at Pizza Hut. Feed good times. Exclusions apply. Extra charge for pan, more toppings, and extra cheese. Product availability, prices, and participation may vary.
Hi, Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Do you have a business in need of payroll, bookkeeping, or other business services? At H&R Block, we do it all. From simple sole proprietorships to corporations, partnerships, estates and trusts, and even nonprofits. With business services starting at just $50 per month, our prices are competitive and can allow you to focus on your business while we take care of your books. Come see the same trusted tax experts at our new location, 101 Citation Drive, across from the Boyle County Schools, or give us a call at 859-236-3281 for a free quote.
The Boyle County Public Library sends our warmest wishes to you for a joyous holiday season. May this season inspire you in whatever tradition you honor. We are grateful for the chance to serve our community throughout the year. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year from your library.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him.
All right, 9:26 in the morning. 61 degrees. We played a little Christmas bingo yesterday, James.
Oh, we did.
And I hate to tell everybody this, but I'm skilled at bingo.
Okay, and you lost.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh.
I'm real good at bingo.
Okay.
As much skill as it takes in bingo,
yeah,
I've got it all.
You got it. You can get it all.
We played 3 games yesterday. I won all 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
I won the first 2, and Rebecca was like, wait a minute, something's going on with the board. Like, what's the odds of you winning 2 in a row? You switched me playing cards. Right, boards or whatever. So I was like, all right, whatever, I don't care. So I switched her. She took mine, and I took hers.
Right.
And they're like, all right, Joe, you won the first 2 games, so you pick how we play the third game. You can play regular bingo, or I was like, all right, well, let's do a cross.
Yeah.
Right, because it's Jesus, it's Christmas bingo, so you had to get down the middle, up and down, and across the middle, right in the middle.
Okay.
And then I won that one with someone else's, with Rebecca's bingo board.
Right.
And Rebecca and her dad also had bingo too, but I also won, so we split it 3 ways.
Right.
So Jack was like all tore up. I'm like, Jack, do you realize how good I am at bingo? He didn't understand. There's no skill whatsoever involved in this
There's
thing.
none at all.
It's just me hoping that I get the right square.
Right.
But I had to make it seem like Dad knows what he's doing.
Of course you do.
This is as good as I'm the best bingo player ever, Jack. I've done this a lot in my life. All right, the internet became a big cesspool of misinformation more than ever this year.
Mm-hmm.
So this pick right here makes sense because Merriam-Webster has decided, James, on their word of the year for 2025. They do this every year.
Mm-hmm.
They pick the word that I guess best describes or has been used in pop culture and all that throughout the year.
Right.
And Merriam-Webster's word of the year for 2025 is the word slop.
Slop.
S-L-O-P, slop. As in artificial intelligence or AI slop. Okay. Now, they define this as a, quote, digital content of low quality that is produced, usually in quantity, by means of artificial intelligence. So let me explain this. AI content this year got so cheap and easy, it's almost unavoidable. From cookie-cutter writing full of botched facts to that fun video that your dad sent you of an old lady on a sled crashing into a fence that he thinks is real and it's definitely not. AI is everywhere. They say they picked the word slop as an AI slop because it managed to sum up the problem in just 4 letters. And it gave us a way to almost mock artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Quote, the word sends a little message to AI. When it comes to replacing human creativity, sometimes you don't seem too super intelligent, unquote. Other words that made their short list this year as word of the year include gerrymander, which we've seen a lot in the political world, touch grass, which is a phrase used for someone who spends too much time inside on screens. Get outside and touch some grass.
Oh, okay.
Been inside too much.
Okay.
Performative, tariff, and Dictionary.com's word of the year. Now, this is Merriam-Webster's was slop. Dictionary.com does this too. Their word of the year was 6'7". Have you heard that, James? Have your grandchildren, have you heard the grandchildren say 6'7"?
I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. 6'7". By the way, they also gave a shout-out to a lake in New England. Check this out. There's a lake in New England that's featured on the Roblox video game called Spelling Bee.
Okay.
It is pronounced Lake Chargaga Gog Manchugog Gog Chan Buna Gunga Mog.
I'll never be able to repeat that.
I'm going to spell it for you. CHARGOGGAGOGGAGOGGCHAUBUNAGUNGAMAUGG. It's 9:30 in the morning. News is now.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The devastating UPS plane crash in Louisville has now claimed another life. Yesterday, Mayor Craig Greenberg announced crash victim Elaine Rodriguez Colina passed away from his injuries early Christmas morning. Colina's death brings the fatality total from the early November crash to 15. Grade A recycling owner Sean Garber said Colina is the fourth employee from his company who was killed. Your Christmas tree can still serve a purpose after the holidays, and it could help Kentucky's fisheries.
Kentucky Fish and Wildlife is collecting used real Christmas trees for its annual Christmas for the Fishes recycling program. Donated pine and spruce trees are sunk in lakes and reservoirs to create underwater habitats, giving young fish places to hide and feed. The department will accept trees from December 26th through January 16th at more than 30 drop-off locations statewide. Trees must be real and free of lights, garland, and decorations. I'm Travis Laird.
A Florida man is accused of physically assaulting a woman in Paducah. Local police say 45-year-old Don Gray was arrested earlier this week. Officers were called this past Sunday by a woman who reported that Gray showed up at her workplace the day before, violating a protection order. Then later that day, he grabbed the woman and forced her into a room he rented when she went to a local motel to meet a friend, according to officials. Gray faces counts including fourth-degree assault and kidnapping. The Lexington Police Department is warning residents about a recent increase in scam attempts. Authorities say criminals are trying to get people to hand over money or personal information, particularly vulnerable individuals. Officials are reminding people that law enforcement does not call to demand payment for warrants or miss jury duty appearances. They add that any situation requiring a tax or fee payment before getting a prize is likely a scam as well. Louisville football is seeing an exodus following its bowl victory. Running back Sean Boykins Jr., tight ends Nate Kariski and Grant Hauser, and defensive end A.J. Green have announced their intention to transfer. The portal opens January 2nd. I'm John Shannon.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This is Boyle County EMS Director Mike Rogers. Boyle County is one of 6 counties in the state that offers a crisis response unit. What does that mean? When 911 receives a call from someone going through a mental health crisis, Boyle County EMS responds appropriately in a discreet manner with a social worker and a paramedic, keeping the individual's dignity intact. If you or someone you know suffers from a mental health issue, Boyle County EMS is ready to help. Call 911 or Boyle County EMS at 859-238-1134. Boyle County EMS, when life feels overwhelming, we bring calm, care, and a path forward.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
What's new at your Danville Lee's Famous Recipe? Some money-saving daily specials. Get the 8-piece bonus box of dark meat with a large side of your choice for just $12.99. Try Lee's new delicious chicken sandwiches for just $3.99. And now available every day, you can take $1 off the filling and mouth-watering 3-piece chicken dinner, $1 off the regular price 7 days a week. Don't forget Lee's is a master caterer. Let them take the hassle out of your next event. Call 859-236-8777 for the great taste of Danville Lee's Famous Recipe on South 4th Street.
Hi, this is Ruth at Mattresses and More. At this special time of the year, we send a special message to our good friends and customers and wishes that the miracle of Christmas brings thoughts of peace and joy to you and your family, and that the new year brings you a renewed prosperity. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone at Mattresses and More.
This is James David Sperlin of Sperlin Funeral Home of Lancaster. Our family and staff would like to thank you for allowing us to serve you and your family in your time of need. Our goal is to always provide the utmost compassion, dignity, and provide a service that each family deserves. Happy New Year.
Everyone at Carnes Auto Care Tire and Service Center send best wishes for a joyous holiday season and a prosperous new year. Carnes Auto Care thanks you for your business. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Carnes Auto Care Tire and Service Center, Danville.
Time out for sports this weekend with
VSiN Sports Shows
on WHIR AM 1230.
This holiday season, Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg wishes you adventure and unbeatable rides. Discover year-end savings on CF Moto, new and used deals that let you ride without compromise. Whether you crave the open road or rugged trails, the perfect power sport vehicle is waiting for you. Celebrate the season with a new reason to get outdoors. Gear up for excitement because the best holiday memories start with Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg. Check out the holiday savings at bluegrasspowersportsky.com.
This is State Representative Daniel Elliott, and I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for the privilege of allowing me to serve you in Frankfort and to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabbs, Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 De La Haye. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company. They fix water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, paintless dent repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Cloudy skies, 66 and 52 is the high and low today. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and 64. Sunday, December the 28th. 72 is the high. And you get 24 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts that day, though. That kind of shows you it's bringing in a system with it. And on Monday, you get rain showers. First of all, Sunday night, Monday, temperatures back down to 40. 20 is the low. So literally a 52-degree difference between the high on Sunday to the low Monday night. About a 36-hour difference will give you a 52-degree discrepancy. Right now, it's 9:36 in the morning, 9:37 in the morning, 62 degrees. It's a McClure and Bailey Friday.
The following is a paid program.
And we welcome onto the show Brian Bailey, the Bailey from McClure and Bailey. Good morning, Brian. How are you?
I'm good, Joe. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, Brian. Doing great.
That weather report reminds me of when I first moved to Kentucky. So I grew up in northern Illinois, so you've got basically two seasons in northern Illinois. You've got winter and road construction. and I was complaining about the weather here one day, and my Uncle Lard, Lorenzo Sargent, a lot of you knew him, he's like, and he was the only man I know that could call another man honey, and it just seemed right. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, honey, you just have to understand in Kentucky, if you don't like the weather, just wait 24 hours. It'll change. And you want to know one of the things I appreciate about that, actually, now that I've been here almost 20 years, it's going to be super cold on Monday, but we can get through 24 hours of that because, by the end of the week, it'll be like...
It'll be 60 again.
It'll be 60 and we'll be fine. So I don't know what it is about Kentucky. We must be on the edge of some weather patterns or something.
Yes,
but it's wild.
Yeah. So great temperatures, at least for being outside. I told James and Dusty, who were in here in the 8 o'clock in the morning hour, last hour, I said, I got a new Christmas Eve tradition and Christmas Day tradition with my family now. Shooting basketball in shorts.
Shooting basketball. I was wearing shorts yesterday,
me and Jack were outside shooting basketball on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day wearing shorts and short sleeve shirts.
Yep.
I can if it's not going to snow, don't give me cold weather for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't want cold for no reason. I want cold with snow. If you can't give me snow, give me 65, 70.
Me too. And if it's going to snow, let's get enough snow that we can all stay home.
I've said that before, too. If it's going to snow, make it something that's worthy to talk about on the radio.
Right.
Like it snowed 6, 7, 8 inches or whatever. Right. I don't want people, like I say that and people, they get wide-eyed. Like, wow, you want people to be trapped at home and to slip and slide in the road? No, I don't want you to get out.
Yeah.
I want you to stay inside and watch it snow. Give us something to talk about. This is a fun amount of snow.
I mean, nowadays, you've got Netflix, you've got computers.
All kinds of reasons to stay at home.
Just stay home.
Yeah.
If we're going to get that much, if we're going to get snow, it's good enough to make it worthwhile.
Yeah. Hey, let's give a shout out to one of our listeners. He loves radio. He loves local radio. He loves music. Young man named Taylor Ballard.
Taylor Ballard.
Give Taylor a shout out this morning. He's a big fan of radio, and I wanted to make sure, here we are, the day after Christmas. I hope Taylor had a phenomenal Christmas, and we want to salute and give him a shout out today. Taylor Ballard, big fan of local radio. Love it.
Taylor, I hope you're listening. I'm hoping that you had a great Christmas. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to Taylor. Great young man. Appreciate him. He on his Christmas wish list, he had local radio on there, I was told. So that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's us.
That's what we
appreciate Taylor. That's awesome. Good stuff. All right, Brian, you're in studio with us this morning on what will be the final McClure, and Bailey Friday. Some changes are happening there at the McClure, and Bailey Law Office.
Yes.
I think the word is amicable. Some amicable changes. You and Patrick are going to start doing kind of your own separate thing. This is the last McClure, and Bailey Friday, but Brian is going to stay in this time slot in what will be the Bailey Law Group.
Yes, sir.
Friday. So tell us, Brian, what we can expect when the calendar flips to 2026.
So this all started about a year ago, but to be completely candid, it probably started about 10 years ago when Patrick and Jenny mentioned to me, listen, when our boys are both done with high school, we're going to go do something different. So that's the thing. I think folks are not used to, and not that I've heard anything, that there's anything rumors out there, but I think folks are not used to amicable breakups.
Yes.
So Patrick and Jenny are going to go do some things different. Paul graduated high school last year, and he's doing a great job over at UK. George is done with high school this year, and he's doing a great job. And I think it's time for Patrick and Jenny to do some things different. They're still going to be practicing law. They're still going to be doing what they want to do. But Patrick is looking at some different options. I think all of those are going to become abundantly clear here in the next couple of months. But I am super excited about what is about to happen in their lives. And actually, as I was driving in this morning, were you a fan of The Office?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've watched it through twice.
I loved The Office, and they're honestly, as far as final episodes go, I think their final episode is one of the best.
It was awesome, yeah.
But there's this blurb with the Andy Bernard. Well, you know how they did those? I don't even know what you call them, but
cameos or the
no, like where they were talking directly to the camera, breaking the fourth wall.
Yes, okay.
And Andy Bernard says, I wish there was a time to know you were in the good old days, while they were still going on.
Yes.
And that's been going through my mind a lot. I mean, the last almost 15 years, because when I first started practicing law, I got my office right next to Patrick and George, and we started office sharing pretty soon after that, and then decided George and Patrick asked me to come in and join the firm, and so that's almost 11 years ago now. So the last almost 15 years has been a pretty big part of my life, but I'm super excited to see what is going to happen next in Patrick and Jenny's life. So, and I think it's going to be good for Danville.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good for Boyle County.
So Patrick announced last week he was moving offices into, and forgive me, Patrick, if I get this incorrect, but his former great-grandmother's house? Is that how I understood it?
I think originally it was his great-grandfather's house.
Great-grandfather, great-grandmother's house.
But then his grandfather and grandmother lived there for years and years and years. His grandfather was a physician, and it's kind of an interesting story. But they lived there for years and years and years. And then George, the third, Patrick's dad, sold it to the Chamber of Commerce or something. So anyway, it's very cool. It's a very cool old house, and it's the McClure Barbie house. It's right there by Ephraim McDowell.
Yes, yeah.
So
I asked him, how cool is that to be able to move back into the house that your kinfolk helped to build?
Yes.
I mean, this is in your family.
Yes.
It's got McClure on the name of the house. and a McClure is back in that house. And he's just like, it's sweet. Gives me chill bumps, I think is what he said, to think about it.
And somehow the Barbies are kin to McClure's too. I don't know the whole story there, but so it's back in the house, that, like I said, his grandparents lived there for, 30 years, I think. Yeah, so, and of course, as chief of surgery for Ephraim McDowell, of course, things were different back then. I'm not sure that living across the parking lot would have been always the most peaceful.
Yeah.
It's
a short walk to work, though.
Short walk to
Pretty
work.
convenient.
Yes,
So what can we expect then, Brian, from the Bailey Law Group? Is anything going to change for you in terms of what you work on and what you practice on and all that?
So, no, I mean, my practice over the last few years is one of the good things Patrick and I have been able to do is separate out practices. He's done all the family law, all the criminal law, all of those types of things. And I think Patrick is going to continue to do some of that. So candidly, if somebody calls me about a criminal law case or a family law case,
I'm going to direct him to Patrick?
I'm going to direct him to Patrick.
Okay.
And fortunately, I've been able to develop a pretty good niche over the last 4 or 5 years here. A lot of debt management, a lot of bankruptcy work, I do a lot of civil litigation. So,
what is civil litigation?
So civil litigation is everything that's basically not family law or criminal law.
So like if a dog bites me?
If a dog bites you.
Okay.
Maybe I defend you, maybe I, prosecute.
It's my dog, and then you're prosecuting my dog and me.
Yes. So maybe it's that, a lot of just a lot of stuff that, is people get mad and they need to have a lawyer. And again, we're still going to do the typical things that a small town law firm does, wills, estates, those types of things. So I think it'll be good. And fortunately, I've been like I said, I've been able to develop a niche. I actually get a lot of referrals from a lot of the other attorneys in town because I'm the only one around here that does bankruptcies, or at least Chapter 13s. Other folks do 7s, but I'm the only one around here that does 13s. Do a lot of tax work, which I'll tell you, is dealing with the IRS is enough to make anybody, want to do something else for a living. But a lot of tax work, those types of things.
Yeah.
And again, just your typical small town stuff, call us, if it sounds interesting.
Give Brian a call.
Yeah.
And if Brian's like, well, maybe this is a Patrick thing, call Patrick.
Yes.
And if Brian's I can handle this, then Brian will handle it. Now, is your number going to stay 8888?
My number's staying 8888.
Okay.
Patrick is taking the 4214 number.
Okay.
Which was George's number forever. And I still have the 0733 number. I've ported that over to the new phone system. Let me see what else. Patrick is keeping the Danville KY Attorney website. We're developing a new one. It's
new Facebook page and all that
new
too?
New Facebook
okay.
page, all of that stuff. I'm not a huge social media guy. But I don't know that you can be in business nowadays
without having one.
Right, So I've actually tasked a company to set all that up for us. That should be live sometime in the beginning of the new year. So I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie, a little nervous because now all the payroll, all the bills, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, now you're the guy in charge now.
And I have to go back to managing, which is. Fortunately, I've got 2 really good paralegals that are coming along with me, and that are Camille and Brooke are just going to probably shoulder the bulk of all the administrative stuff, and I think Jenny is going to be shouldering the bulk of all of Patrick's administrative stuff, and I think they're bringing somebody else in part-time, but so it'll be good. And the other thing is Patrick and I still have a bunch of cases that we're going to end up co-counseling on together, so we're going to be tied together for couple years yet. So
Brian Bailey, again, if you're just joining us, Patrick McClure, Brian Bailey, who have worked together, McClure and Bailey, said for the last 15 years or so?
Roughly. Last 11 is McClure and Bailey, but roughly 15 to total.
Yeah, and they'll be going their separate ways and still going to be working together on certain cases, but just doing different things. And so where McClure and Bailey has now become the Bailey Law Group.
The Bailey Law Group, yep.
And then right up the road will be Patrick McClure's law practice there at the McClure Barbie House. Yep. So excited for the future and see what happens.
I'm too. And as long as everything goes the way it's supposed to, new signs ought to be going up. I think Patrick already has a sign up at his building, but trying to get all the new signs up at our building has been, as with any transition, and the funny part is, it's not like Patrick came to me, at Thanksgiving and said, hey, I had an epiphany over Thanksgiving. No.
You said you knew for like the last 10 years or so.
For the last 10 years, and this a year ago, January, Patrick's like, I think I'm getting ready to make some changes. So we need to look at, and I'm like, brother, I got you back, whenever. So
Brian Bailey with McClure and Bailey, 236-8888. Well, step aside, come back. I do want to talk about, Brian, this incident at Kentucky State University where a man shoots and kills a student on campus, and the grand jury does not indict him on terms of self-defense. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's an interesting case coming up next here on The Joe Show.
Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Merry Christmas from Casey McCoy in your Boyle County Clerk's office. As you enjoy this holiday season, please know our office will be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but will reopen Friday, December 26th. We'll also be closed December 31st and January 1st, but we'll reopen January 2nd. Happy holidays from the Boyle County Clerk's office.
The staff at the Boyle County Health Department wish you a happy and healthy holiday season. The Boyle County Health Department staff hopes this season brings happiness and good cheer. Happy holidays from the Boyle County Health Department.
With warmest thoughts, Intercounty Energy sends their best wishes for this holiday season. Intercounty Energy wishes you the joys of Christmas and prosperity throughout the coming new year. We ask that you play it safe around electricity, whether you are putting up Christmas lights or taking decorations down. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone at Intercounty Energy, Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh.
9:52 in the morning, and we got Brian Bailey, McClure and Bailey, attorneys at law, joining us this morning here on The Joe Show. And here's this very interesting story from Kentucky State University. It happened on December the 9th, Brian, where a man is on campus on December the 9th, Kentucky State University's campus, and a physical altercation begins. Now, testimonies show this man, his name is Jacob Bard, had asked campus security to escort his family to and from the dormitories after his son had reported being assaulted by a group of students on campus. So dad shows up, his son has been assaulted, dad shows up, basically is like, hey, we need campus security, probably afraid he may get assaulted again. Well, it happened. Video evidence showed that allegedly nearly 30 people began attacking the Bards, so the family that's there now. Moments before this shooting happens, the man, Jacob Bard, pulls out a gun during this assault, shoots and kills a 19-year-old man named DeJuan Darrell Fox Jr., injures another student who has since been released from the hospital. Now, obviously, he goes to jail initially, right? He's arrested initially. There's a shooting on a college campus. The whole thing goes on lockdown, all that. Got to go through necessary precautions.
Right.
Bard posted his bail, 10% of his $1 million bond, and then learned hours after that he would not face charges because of self-defense. It was an interesting story. Brian, self-defense is one of those things in Kentucky law allows you essentially to protect yourself, right?
Correct. You're allowed
30
to protect
people start assaulting, according to video evidence. 30 people start assaulting this group. Seems like, again, it was justified. The grand jury obviously sees it as a justified self-defense act. Right. Brian, what's your thoughts on this? No charges against the man who shot and killed a student on Kentucky State University's campus.
Well, I'm a little concerned, and you hear all kinds of rumors and that kind of stuff. I'm concerned that there was some bullying going on of this young.
That's what it sounds like, right?
Man,
yes,
boy, man. I guess he's over.
Young man.
Young man. So I have some serious concerns about that, but I think it also speaks to a deeper issue, and I'm just not sure I'm going to answer your question, but I'm not really sure what we do about it. Bullying on campuses and the administration's job. What is the administration's job on that? Because candidly, time after time after time, we hear these sayings where, the administration was told about it and they didn't take it seriously. Now, to be fair, I can't imagine a school administrator's job, especially even in a district the size of Danville or Boyle County. You've got thousands of students, hundreds of students. It's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. So all that being said, I have some serious. I think this speaks to a deeper issue that we need to start looking at in our country about how do we make sure we're taking this stuff serious, because it happens far too often where this kind of stuff. That being said, if 30 people are attacking this family, that seems, without seeing the video and knowing all the background, but if they are being attacked by 30 people, self-defense seems like a pretty reasonable reaction. I mean, that's the scary part. You're going, Brian said it was reasonable for him to shoot. No, I'm not saying it was reasonable for them to shoot people. But if I'm in a situation where as a husband and father and grandfather, where my family is being attacked, I'm going to defend my family and then ask and answer questions later. So it sounds to me like the grand jury got it right. A little bit deeper thing. I was actually in Frankfurt on the 16th while they were doing this preliminary hearing before it went to the grand jury. So I was supposed to have actually been meeting with Larry Cleveland. I ended up meeting with one of his assistants because he's like, Larry's got to go do this prelim on the. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I understand. But even his, without saying who it was, I got the gist from it that even at that point, the Commonwealth attorney was not real confident in their case. They were not real sure that a murder had happened. I got the feeling from just things they said, not that any of them said that, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but just got the feeling that they were not real confident in their case, that they thought there was more to it than just some dad walked onto campus and started shooting. Yeah, well, and now there's an extra layer to this story. Some of the attorneys involved said there could be more charges pending and filed against the attackers, not against the man, Jacob Bard, who shot and killed in self-defense, which is what it was ruled. And now, earlier today, it's being announced that the parents of the student that was killed in the shooting, DeJuan Fox Jr., his parents have been arrested in Indiana on charges of intimidation, which is a felony there in Vanderburgh County, Indiana. Police records show, Brian, earlier this month that the parents of the student that was shot and killed, made online threats toward Jacob Bard, which is the dad involved in all of this, the one who pulled out the gun and shot and killed the student. Bard was charged in that shooting, was cleared by the grand jury earlier this week. The charges against the two were filed one day after their son was killed in that shooting. Court records show the two have been released from custody, bond listed at $1,500. But the parents of the student that was shot and killed have now been arrested. Intimidation, apparently sending threats to the dad involved in all this. Well, people, be careful what you post on social media. I mean, seriously, I back when I was still doing family, I had a guy, I got a guy sent to jail because of what he posted on social media. Yeah. He was making threats. He was freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences. Exactly. Here's the thing. Yeah, you can say what you want to say, but it still comes with consequences. And so it's just really sad. This whole situation is sad. Yeah. Brian Bailey, McClure, and Bailey, attorneys at law, 859-236-8888. Brian, it's been a joy talking with you and Patrick every Friday on what's been like a great way always to end the work week. Yes. We've talked about a lot of great topics. Our conversations will continue in the new year. They will. On Friday, what is that, for January the 2nd? You're going to be in here next Friday? Yes, sir. January 2nd, we'll talk with Brian Bailey. At that point, from the Bailey Law Group. Brian, appreciate you being on. We'll see you next Friday, okay? Thanks, Joe. Have a good weekend. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Friday morning. Hope I made the start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you Monday morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. The Joe Show, AM 1230 and the brand new 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe weekend. I'll see you Monday here on The Joe Show. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.